Dude, I fucking love that song. That song is so fucking good. Hello, all the Death's Gremlin Helper. Hello, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate you so much. Welcome in, welcome in. Welcome in, everybody. I'm sorry I'm so late. I'm sorry. Also, hi, Skeleton. Hello. It's Saturday. It's Saturday. Hello, hello. Oh, it's Sunday for you? You know, it's 5 o'clock somewhere. I don't know, man. Well, in reality, this is my new account. Oh, gotcha. Okay. I see you. Hi, Day. I'm back on YouTube because my phone no longer hates me. Hi, You've Been Head Gaming. How are ya? I hope you're doing well. Yeah, no, today, I just realized my shadows aren't on. Hold on, I really liked how that looked. Give me a second while I fix that real quick. Give me a second. Just give me un momento, por favor. Un momento, por favor. Okay, there we go. Why is there a warning? This can cause high GPU usage, especially if multiple effects are active at the same. Okay, I'm understanding of that. Thank you. Hello. Oh, okay. Yes. So, again, I probably will not be referring to political topics of today's modern world, but today we are going to be reacting to the Fat Electrician, and you know, I'm feeling a little American today. Yeah. I'm feeling a little proud to be an American, 'cause I know I'm free. You know what I mean? Especially with today's story that we're going to be watching. It's 15 Marines versus 3,000, the unstoppable John Basilin. It's gonna be great. They got the glow like Enter the Dragon. Exactly. Good morning from Vietnam. Good morning. I'm Cookie. Nice to see you guys. Oh, hi, Cookie. Hello. Are you going to sing the national anthem? I can sing the national anthem. Actually, funny enough, I actually used to sing the national anthem like all the time back when I was in like high school. Even before high school, I always sang the national anthem at like every opening event for like a very, very long time. So I'm actually really good at singing the national anthem, funny enough. Well, look who finally decided to arrive. It's been 84 years. Hi, Dark. Let me give you and Snowman your guys' little introductions. I'll go with Dark first. Okay, and then Snow. Not but it's on my balls and here we go. Okay, what you gonna do when they come for you? It's a dream that we all share. It's the hope for tomorrow. I can tell you that we here in Europe, we are rather worried about the American supercontinent. You guys okay? Listen, to all Europeans, we're doing fine. There's not, okay, I'd be a liar to say there's not a lot of bad things going on right now, but, like, we're fine. It's nothing more than usual, honestly. Like, I feel like we're overall okay. A very fitting intro for today. For today. Now, you may be wondering, Dave, why the fuck were you late? Why were you late? And I will tell you. I will tell you that I stayed up all night till like 7 in the morning. I stayed up till 7 in the morning. Okay, now, is that good? No, but and whose fault is that? I know it's my own fault, and I know I'm sorry. Okay, you don't have to fucking yell at me, bro. You don't gotta fucking yell at me. I just okay, I'm sorry, but I stayed up till 7 in the morning. Okay, what did you do to stay up till 7 a.m.? Okay, so here's the thing. And I did sleep. I got a full 8 hours of sleep, so it's not even that. Okay, so after stream. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Ryujin. Thank you. I don't know what popped up on my side. Wingless Angel, thank you so much for the raid. Hello. Welcome in. I hope you guys had a great stream. I hope it was good. I hope you had fun. I hope it was a good, fun time. Welcome in. Thank you. What were you guys up to? What were you guys doing? Oh no, why is the KBPS dropping this? Okay, we're back. We're getting better. Oh, we're better. We're back, baby. Anyway, you have a good time. I'm gonna be going again. Bye. 2.5 hours until 7 in the morning too. I'm sorry. You get 8 hours. I usually get 4 and I'm good to go. I'm a sleeper. I like to sleep. I'll be honest. I, for many years of my life, only slept 3 hours. So I feel like my body does not like getting waken up before 8 hours. RV there yet? Welcome in, Wingless. That's what you guys were playing. I hope that you had a great stream. If you have to raid and run, I completely understand. Thank you so much for trusting me with your community. And make sure you eat food, drink water, and go to the restroom. Thank you. Okay. So, basically what I did to stay up, right? After stream, I was so tired, but I needed to take a bath. I needed to take a bubble bath because, I was stinky. So I stayed up and I took a bubble bath. And my bubble baths take quite a while. Like, I soaked for I don't know. Because, the thing is, I take a bubble bath, but then I rinse myself off again with the shower because I don't like my hair getting wet in the bath because I feel like bath time should be where you're doing a lot of exfoliating and a lot of skincare prep, And so I did that first, and I also was watching YouTube and all that good stuff. And then I took a shower right after because that's where I like to wash my hair and just get all that gunk out of my hair and all that stuff. Were you all pruned up at the end? Yes, of course. That's the only way to properly take a bubble bath. So my bubble baths take my shower time, typically 2 hours sometimes. So the fact that you took a bubble bath before cleaning is a bad order of operations. No, it's not. Because you got to get your skin prep so that way you can exfoliate your body. You have to soak in the bath. God's booty goblin, thank you so much for the food. Welcome to the Shumi Army. I appreciate you. So you soak in the warm water, and then you get out, and then you exfoliate yourselves. Hello, little pixie. I'm a fan from YouTube. Hi, Akula. Thank you so much for coming to Twitch. Hello. How are you? Wait, you shower for 2 hours? Yeah, because I want to smell good. So also, I'm a werewolf. I have to make sure I shave on a regular basis, or else I'm a wolf. And so I made sure to I make sure all my skin feels as soft as possible, kind of thing, hopefully. And then yes, but I'd prefer to get all dirty and sweaty from cleaning and then have a bath. But I didn't get all dirty and sweaty from cleaning. No. And also, it wasn't deep cleaning. If I was cleaning the restrooms and everything, yeah, I would have waited. I would have waited to take a bath, but it was just like basic stuff, like just cleaning up like New Year's decorations, because we hadn't taken them down from the New Year's party. Of course, her persona is a wolf Simon lover. Oh my god, dude. No, I'm serious. Nope, disagree, Day. You need to clean before you shower and bath, because if cleaning makes you sweaty and dirty, then you take a bath. No, and this is what I'm trying to say. This is what I'm trying to say. I was taught to shower in 3 minutes, take military showers since I was a kid. I take a bubble bath. You can soak in a bubble bath and you're not wasting a shit ton of water. God damn, dude. And then I wash my hair very fast in the shower portion. So, what you call it? Basically, I didn't have to like do all kinds of like intense like laborious type of cleaning. Like it wasn't deep cleaning. It was just cleaning around, getting trash thrown out, moving decorations, taking decorations down and like putting them in our decoration closet and everything like that. What else? So yeah, and like vacuuming and that. So it wasn't like super laborious, like intense cleaning. So right after I got out of the shower, so that was already, because when I ended stream, it was like 11:30, midnight, somewhere around there. So then I stayed up till 3 in the morning, just taking my bubble bath. And then after that, I got up. I also, because I only ate that one thing, I made myself something else to eat real quick. And then, because I feel like you should have at least 2 meals a day, personally, in my opinion. And so, I ate food. Oh, so your cleaning didn't hurt you like Asmon's did? No, it did not. But what did you do when the water got cold? I got out. Also, I take like really hot baths, to be fair. It's probably not good for me. Hi, Amy. I just came to say hi with a friend. Hi, I hope you're doing well. Hello. Also, 2-hour bath. Why not just shower? Because I didn't want to shower. I wanted to relax. The point of a bath isn't to necessarily just get clean. It's also to like relax. And oh, we talking your skin is as red as a lobster hot water? Maybe. You stayed in a bath until 3 in the morning. Is your skin made of crystal? How did you not get pruny? I like being in water. I've said this before. I love water. I love staying in waters. That's why I love creeks and ponds and the ocean and all that stuff. I love swimming in water. It's always fun. And then so then from 3 in the morning till 6:30 in the morning, I was cleaning. And mainly the reason why it took me honestly so long was because a lot of the decorations were up at the top and I'm not tall enough to reach it on my roof. So I had to get like, you know, like one of those claws, like those claws that you like pick up trash with kind of thing that like you see like people pick up trash with on the side of the road. We have one of those claws, but it's like mainly for me in case I need to grab anything. And so, what the hell? Why, Riker? Why? This is evil. Don't punish me. This is unfair. This is unfair. Unfair and cruel punishment. Yeah, a grabbing stick. Yeah, I can't reach a lot of things. So, and then I got the grabby. I'm gonna throw things at you later. When you're streaming, I'm gonna throw stuff at you during your stream, okay? I basically grabbed the grabby thingy and I was like plucking like thumbtacks out of the wall, and that took me a long time. Crazy how you haven't played Subnautica yet? I've heard about that. A grabbing stick? You mean a pooper scooper? No, not a pooper scooper. It's like a little claw. So, yeah. I don't know. So I grabbed that and I'm like taking all the decorations down and everything. So that lasted till like 6:30 in the morning. Dang, can't believe I'm having things thrown at me. You deserve it. You deserve it. It's not my fault. You know what? No, I can actually torture you in other ways. Yeah, I actually like Riker's redeems on his streams, honestly, because you can like force him to like work out and shit. Hey! You can like force him to work out and stuff, and then like you can, what else can I do? I can make him like act, I think, like a femboy, I think, possibly. I think that's a thing. I think I'm pretty sure that happened. It's very amusing for me. It's very amusing. Wait. Yeah, like I don't think it's like no? Are you sure? Hold on. I'm gonna look at your redeems. Hold on. I'm gonna, there's something you say. No, it's like you could do like the ooh woo or ada ada, and like he sounds very funny when you force him to do that. I have no idea what you're talking about. It's like the ada ada or something like that. Hold on. I'm going to your thing. I can make someone other than James a femboy, so you lying? I'm not lying. It's like, oh, ooh woo is different than femboy. But like, I feel like that as soon as you say ooh woo, you become a femboy, just like for a moment. I feel like that's how that works. I sound like Elmo. I don't know. I like that one. I like using that one. That one's one of my, that one's a good one. That's a good one. And the amount of points I have. Good luck. You really had to call me out here. Yeah. No, brain's gonna absolutely call you out. Why you always young? Look, if I have an opportunity to throw strays in your direction, I will. Day! Hi, Cyber! For myself, I turn on the hot water to rinse, shampoo, and body wash, then switch to lukewarm water to cold water for the rest of my shower. Fair. Your last vid almost made me do a fucking crusade across the internet. Why? Why? Sorry, Riker. I enjoy torturing you. It's a fun time, and I hope you're doing well. I hope you're having a fun time. I need the prototype evolved collection as on Warframe, lol. So I think it was Nurgle. Nurgle, I'm pretty sure, put me on a Warframe tank. Which, like, I'm both honored, impressed, and also confused on how you could do that. Hello, all! Hi, Tyler! Welcome in, first time chatter. It is winter, so the bear sleeps. The bear sleeps. I take ice baths like an individual. Why? By your title, I see you guys found oil. Actually, we found the fat electrician. That's what we're finding. Hi, product! Thank you so much for the follow! Welcome to the Shubi Army. I appreciate you. It was sad, boys. Aw, why was it sad? And Boy Friday. Which tank? Rhino Valkyr? Who? I don't know. I don't know what tank it was. Holy crap, I never followed the last time I was here. How could I have done that? How could you? How dare you? Nah, it's okay. How are you? I hope you're doing well. Thank you so much for coming back. Ice baths are good for aches and pains. Actually, okay, true. Okay, so here's my thing. I need to genuinely start taking more ice baths than I do hot baths. I don't know why. Whenever I'm here in California, I really want like a hot, warm bath. But like in Arizona, I want a really cold bath. It's very different. So have you had any updates with the Tsundere AI? No, I don't talk to her and I don't refer to her. So yeah, I ended up doom scrolling till 7 in the morning after 6:30. I started doom scrolling and then I was like, okay, I go me and I was asleep, and because I cleaned all of downstairs, my mom, she like let me sleep. And she was like, yeah, you know what? She got all her chores done. She did everything. I didn't have to do anything. And so she let me sleep like a full 8 hours until like 5. And then at 5, she was like, Day, it's 5 in the afternoon. And I was like, huh? I woke up. And I was just like, oh my God. Oh my God. And, yeah, so then I was like trying to wake up. And when I realized it was 6, I was like, dude, I'm not awake enough for this. I'm gonna be cranky, because like the thing you guys don't know about me, I'm very cranky in the morning. I'm very angry. I don't like being awake. I like to fight the sun if possible. I don't like the first few out, like the first hour of like being awake. I don't like it. I don't like it personally. I don't like it. I don't like it. So I'm very cranky, and I was like, I'm not gonna stream like that. So I went and I got some food, because I realized maybe it's because I didn't have food. So my mom had just made dinner, and so she gave me dinner, and I ate food. And then I came here, and I also poured myself some milk, and I have Oreos, and now I'm eating Oreos with milk, and now I'm with you guys. I agree, I struggled to get up to take my dog out to piss at like 6 or 9 a.m. and I'm usually out of bed by 12. Like Golem cranky. Like I will cuss you out, cranky. Like I'm just like, don't fucking talk to me, bro. Like I'm not a happy camper. You will never see me actually angry and like pissy and annoyed until like you like wake me up, probably. Same, honestly, don't talk to me until I've had at least like 3 cups of coffee. Exactly, that's the thing. Like, yeah, no, I just like, I need to fully process that I'm awake. And like, I like to sit in silence and stare at like the wall. I've been like this ever since I was a kid. So how long can you sleep for? I could sleep up to 12 hours sometimes. I've done 12 to 14 hours before, but that's like when I'm sick and tired, like, you know. Yeah, I was like, what was I saying? Oh yeah, I like to, like, when I wake up, I like to sit in silence and stare at the wall. And I've been like that since I was little. Like, I remember when I was really little at my old house, I used to like sit on the couch and I would just stare at the wall in silence. Like, I don't know why. I don't know. Is that normal? Is that normal? I feel like that's normal, but I don't know. My mom always says it was weird because she would always get weirded out because like it's for like a whole hour, an hour and a half, where it's just like, because like I'm processing life. Like I'm processing being alive. I don't know if that makes sense. No, not really. How bad are American coffee to make you drink 3 cups just to have enough energy to talk to someone, bruh? It's not the badness about American coffee. Personally, I don't drink that much coffee. I've actually slept a full 2 days and I'm badly sick, and my mom gave me medicine. I woke up at like 8 or 9 at night to eat and woke up at 2 the next day with my mom concerned I didn't eat. Yeah. Zoned out to clear the mind. Exactly. Yes, it is normal to want to take your time in the morning. Ah, yes, you do the contemplating my existence stare. Yeah. To be honest, it might just be because you've never slept right ever since you went through puberty. That could be it. Humans are made to wake and bake and not stare at the void for an hour. And just zone out. I kind of feel you. Yeah, food is fuel. You get picky, and what you put in the tank, your engine is going to die. Now shut up and eat your garbage. Now shut up and eat your garbage. Hi, Mitty. Welcome in. No, yeah, existential crisis. Existential crisis. I'm moving to Twitch. Sounds good. I'll see you on the dark side. Did you just say oil? Oil! Oil! I like oil. Glad you ate food. It'd be concerning if food wasn't for dinner. Yeah. A strong cup of coffee is crazy good. A strong cup of coffee. Hi, Pixie. Hello. No, like, so much so, like, I get annoyed if someone interrupts my first hour of, like, life, you know, and, like, waking up in the morning. So, like, what I've done is because, like, I've realized my family is very loud. They're very loud, and they like talking to me in the morning. And, not to be a bitch, I don't like when people talk to me in the morning. I don't like it. I don't enjoy it. It's not fun. Hi, I've moved to Twitch. Hello. I don't like when people talk to me in the morning. And so what I like to do is I'll go to the restroom, right? And then I will, you know, once I'm done with the restroom, I will sit down on the bathtub and I will stare at the door until I feel awake. You know what I mean? Until I feel awake. And so, like, my mom, she's always like, you're in the restroom for so long, you know, and I'm just like, sorry, I was taking a shit, you know, or something to that degree. God damn it, I just spilled my milk. God damn it. Hold on 1 second. I need a napkin, that's what I need. Hey, I need a napkin, that's what I need. So give me a napkin, that's what I need. Okay, no more spilling milk day. Bad. Okay. Women shit? Yes, they do. No, you killed us all. Oh, be quiet. And so I wait and I stare at the door for an hour until I feel alive enough to have conversations. And once I feel like I'm alive enough to have conversations, I leave my restroom and I'm just like, hello, everybody! Yeah. Or just don't have drinks around the PC like a normal person. Listen, I wanted milk. Every time I come in, I'm taking a shit, or whoa, look at the size of that ass. I'm gonna die. I'm sorry. I'm gonna cry over the spilled milk. No! Why? Stop crying over spilled milk. I mean, it's always good to stop and appreciate life and being alive, because it's very easy to forget that one day you're here on the earth, a unique human being, and the next you're not, which is why I try to appreciate life as much as possible, in my opinion. No, absolutely. Absolutely. Hello. Hi, Capelucci. Hello. Like, it's a bit about, like, trying to, I think it's a bit of me trying to appreciate life and to appreciate the fact that I'm alive, but also is, like, me understanding, like, I don't know, it's me coming to terms that I'm alive, if that makes sense. Bruh, even I'm not autistic enough to not realize the liquids don't belong around electronics. Well, it's not right next to my PC. Obviously, that's a little silly Billy. But, like, it's on the opposite side of my desk. But my desk is, like, here. Like, my desk is big enough to have my PC on one complete opposite side. It's not anywhere near, like, the drink. I agree, Dave. We live in the fast lane and forced to do so we barely take time to slow down. Exactly. Did you know in some countries it's illegal to name your kid Bullet because when those kids get older, they can't keep their jobs because they always get fired? That sucks, dude. Still, that's your baby. You can't take chances. Actually, now I technically can because I have a new PC waiting for me in Arizona. Put the hands where I can see them. This is a cookie delivery. Oh my god, I just ran out of cookies. Hi, Ten. How are you? Welcome in. You need a computer sippy cup so you don't spill. Yeah, you could get me a sippy cup. I'm okay with that. What? I just got it. New segment. Deep Thoughts with Day. Dude, I have so many deep thoughts. None that I can think of right now, but I have a lot of deep thoughts, I swear. I'm actually, sometimes I think I'm pretty smart. Sometimes. Not all the time, but sometimes. Okay, quick question. What is the return window timeline on your new PC? I think I got the extended warranty thing for like 3 years? 3 or 5 years? I'm not sure. I know it comes with a 1-year plan, and I extended it past that, so I don't know exactly. What was your last deep thought then? Hmm. I know I have deep thoughts. Give me a second. Right now I'm an entertainer brain, okay? I listen, when I'm able to be an entertainer, I kind of turn off my brain. And I typically just say the first things that come to my head. So it's kind of hard for me. Like, okay, when it comes to like actual like wisdom, I feel like I have to write things down for me to like fully understand what I'm trying to say. Only dumb people think they are smart, and only smart people think they are dumb. It's kind of like insane people when they think they are. Hey, tomato. Hi, tomato. Mushrooms. Bingo, damn! Thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the Shroomy Army. I appreciate you. Chat, she's in a silly mood. She can't be wise. Yeah, exactly. I'm in silly mood. It's hard for me to be smart. It's hard for me to try and put knowledge out, you know, and speak the facts or something like that. Push notifications going ham this week. Hell yeah! Hell yeah! Stop! Crazy? I was crazy once they locked me in a rubber room with rats. And rats make me crazy. America! What's up, Tim? Hello! Kaiser friends! Thank you so much for the follow! Welcome to the Shimmy Army. I appreciate you. Welcome. Yeah, no. Fuck yeah. We American today. We straight up America. And I hope you guys are excited for today's video, because I'm excited. You know, I think in terms of recent developments in the world, I'm not saying which world, I'm just saying in a world. You know, I think it's really fun to talk about the Americans' military. I just feel like that's fun. I feel like that'll be a fun time today. Nick is always a fun watch. We're red, white, and blue up in this bitch today. Yeah, sure. Why do I always find and follow the crazy ones? 'Cause you have a type. You have a type. Also, like, okay, another thing. I actually have, like, so much, like, I have so much respect for the military. Especially because, I have a family, or not a family member. So he's a family friend. Okay, so his dad and my dad were best friends growing up, right? And this kid, he's younger than me, like significantly younger than me. And so he's, how old? Yeah, he's just recently went into the military. He's went into like the Navy, right? And this kid, he's such a good kid. Such a sweet kid. It's crazy to think that he's went to like the Navy and everything like that. Like, that's insane to me. So, like, not only him, but like another family friend, which is like my mom's best friend's son, he went to the military, and he's currently in the military. He's the same age as me. And yeah, no, like, I know so many people that go into the military, and like my heart goes with them every single time, because they're such good people. They're so kind and everything. I have so many friends that have been in the military and everything. Navy, so he with all those seamen, huh? Yeah. But he actually recently got married. Literally on Christmas Eve. So I'm like, I'm so happy for him, and we were able to decorate and like kind of help decorate everything. I helped to decorate for his, what was it, his proposal. And yeah, no, I'm super, super excited for him and proud of him. And, you know, my heart goes with everybody that is in the military that is fighting for our safety. So I feel like it's a good time to show some respect. Put some respect on their name. You know what I mean? I think that's one thing. I'm never, ever going to be the type of person to, like, talk down about the military. Yeah. Fuck you, Uncrustables ad. Oh no! My stepdad is retired Navy, but best man to ever enter in my family's life. Aww. Well, thank you very much for his service. Tell him thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm gonna go to bed, enjoy the fan art. Sorry, keeping the nude version. No worries. Thank you so much, Jamie. I love the fan art, by the way. Please tell me you have plans for more frequent The Fat Electrician Reacts. I do. Okay, funny enough. So I was randomly cleaning the other day. This was like a week ago or something. And my dad, I hear the Fat Electrician's voice. And I'm like, who's watching that, right? I wasn't expecting that. Like, just in my random day-to-day life, right? Like, I was like, huh? You know, I had to do a double take for a second, and I look at my dad, and he's watching his videos. He's watching the Fat Electrician, and I'm like, you watch him? And he was just like, yeah, like, I love this guy. He's like, this guy is so fun. I usually watch his TikToks, but sometimes when he talks about really cool topics, I go back and I watch it on YouTube. You know, like, he's so cool. Da 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 da. I'm like, oh yeah, I do. I've done reactions to him. He's like, dude, your fucking community is based, and I'm like, exactly. I actually like to think that I have one of the most based communities in all of the world. Will you react to Transformers have weird names in their near future? I don't know. Show your dad his podcast, unsubscribe. Okay. I was in the army. I have the right to look down on my special little brother in arms. Oh my god. Oh my god. What are you saying? Yeah! The ads have released me! Yeah! Yeah! My dad is a CB, and so is my brother. Oh. Are we reacting to anything else? I do want to finish the Henry Stickmin game today, so probably after we're done with this, we'll be doing the Henry Stickmin. Just to finish it off, because I want to finish it off. I don't know. We'll see. Blue, navy blue. I'm so blue as I can be, because my little boy says ship ahoy and join the Navy. Aw. Based. Stupid ads. I hate ads. Sorry, guys. I don't know what to say. Listen, ads are a thing. Holy, what a day to catch a stream again. Wait, you played Henry Stickmin? Yes, I played it yesterday. If you want to see the VOD, it is on my YouTube channel. It is also here on Twitch, but you could watch it either here on Twitch or you can watch it on YouTube. It is in my live stream section on YouTube. Anyhow, I'm gonna head back to GTA 5 online for now. I'll see you dudes and dudettes later. Bye-bye! Thank you for joining! And it's a 7-hour endeavor. The whole 6-hour VOD. It was like more... It was like 6 hours and like 50 minutes. I think my grandfather and dad, maybe more, are and were in the Air Force. Okay. What? Oh, we're already close to the hour-ish mark. So you know what? Let's just fucking get into it. Let's get into it today. Shall we, boys? Yo ho, a pirate's life for me. Yo ho, a pirate's life for me. Yo ho, a pirate's life for me. Nya. Okay, actually, I'm going to move myself back because I know I wanted to be over here. Yo ho, a pirate's life for me. Okay, go here. Whatcha? And then we're going to here, and we're gonna go here, There we go. There we go. Let's go. If you Google mountain chicken, it shows you a giant frog. What the fuck? Let's fucking go! But let me pull up YouTube chat. Give me a second. Just give me a second. Just a little bit's enough. Do. Okay, hold on. Hold on. I can hear myself. That's gross. Okay. I would assume so, Brain. I would be shocked if there wasn't. The chair force, as my stepdad would say. I wonder if he's, if there's been any American pirates. Yeah. I definitely think there's most definitely American pirates. For sure. 100%. Look at the glorious fat electrician. We love this man. So today's video... Oh, let's actually do a whole YouTube, like, hello, YouTube! Yeah, let's do that. You know what? I want my wings showing still. Hold on. Because I don't like when my wings are small. Because then, like, you can't really tell I'm a pixie. You know? I don't know. Does that make sense? What the fuck? Okay. B. Then I'm just a regular schmegular anime bitch, okay? And I don't like that. I don't like that one bit. Cool. Kill beans. You know what? There we go. Let's do that. Let's keep it like that. Yes. You're just a regular schmegular elf. Well, yeah, your name is Tiny Pixie Day. Yes, listen, I don't talk in terms of current politics as much. That's not my shtick. But there's a reason. There's always a reason. There's always a reason. If you get it, you get it. If you know, you know. You know? Plus, it was my stepdad. I didn't say that they said that. Is your avatar a pixie because you are tiny? Yeah, sure. I enjoy pixies as a whole. So, anyways, let's get into today's video. Hello, YouTube! Hello, YouTube! Welcome in. Today we are going to be watching the Fat Electrician. Of course, we are going to be watching 15 Marines versus 3,000, the unstoppable John Basilone video. I'm super excited. I hope I pronounced the name right. I have no clue. Everybody say hi to YouTube. Hi. If you're probably seeing this, it's probably been edited down now, so you're probably like, oh my god, this video already happened. It happened. I saw it on the live stream. It's a live stream. If you missed the live stream, we do end up editing our live streams and turning them into videos. So that's what we're gonna be doing. Today. So let's get into it. I'm excited. You're excited. We're all excited. Woohoo! Let's do it now. Do it good. Like this, just like you should. Okay, anyways.
About 3 years now, and during that time I've gotten recommendations. I'm just going to level with you. I've been making YouTube videos for about 3 years now, and during that time I've gotten recommendations for hundreds of thousands of different topics to do videos on. Some of them I've done, some of them I haven't gotten around to yet, some of them I'll never do because they don't interest me, and then there's another category of topics that I've actively avoided because, to be honest with you, they intimidate me because the stories are that incredible and I'm worried that I'm not going to do them justice. This is one of those.
Oh.
Today we're talking about one of the greatest Marines of all time, an undefeated boxer with a 100% knockout rate and probably the greatest machine gunner to ever live, John Basilone. He is easily one of the most recognizable and renowned warriors in American military history, and for good reason. He has received the Medal of Honor and the Navy Cross, and the only reason he got the Navy Cross is because they quit letting people get the Medal of Honor twice. And we're going to get to his incredible story right after a word from our sponsor.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, babe, what's up?
Hey, I need a boombox.
Audio is very low. It's really low.
I can go get you one.
Hold on. Okay. How about this?
Medal of Honor twice. And we're going to get to his incredible story
Is
right
that
after
better?
a word from our sponsor. Yeah, babe, what's up?
Hey, I need a boombox.
Okay, I can go get you
A
one.
little more? I'm worried about it being this high.
Yeah, babe, what's up?
Hey, I need a boombox.
Can you? Yeah, I was boosting it in OBS. That's perfect? Will you guys even be able to hear me? Because, like, on OBS, it's showing that that's in the yellow. That's good right there. You guys can hear me over that? Sure. Are you sure? Because if I hear something back from my editors, I'm blaming y'all. Yes, I could hear just fine. Okay, it's perfect. Okay. All right. It's my editor's problem from here on. We can hear you perfectly fine. Okay. Day, you have a loud ass voice. Do I? Okay. Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. Fair enough. Fair enough. Fair enough. Fair enough. Dang, poor Sama. Yeah. You loud. That's where it was from. Thank you. I saw it earlier on Christmas. Lemon, that song. Gee, I wish I was back in the army. The army wasn't really bad at all. 3 meals a day for which you didn't pay. Uniforms for winter, spring, and fall. Yeah. From a white Christmas. Okay, this isn't prank ASMR. Please don't molest our ears again. Okay. Let me... Hold on. Going back. Sorry. We're going back. Also, I'm really excited for this. If this is something that he really wants to do justice on, I'm just like, yeah, let's go, boy. Let's do it. I believe in him. I know he got this bitch.
And the only reason he got the Navy Cross is because they quit letting people get the Medal of Honor twice. And we're going to get to his incredible story right after a word from our sponsor. Yeah, babe, what's up?
Hey, I need a boombox.
Okay, I can go get you one.
Perfect.
All right, I'll go get it now. Love you.
Love you.
All right, bye.
1 hour later.
Where's that boombox that I asked for?
Oh, it's right here. I got it for you.
What is this?
The boombox.
No, I wanted something to play music with.
Oh, that kind of boombox. Yeah, I got this instead.
Okay, well, go to the store and get me a boombox so I can listen to music.
Can I keep this one still?
I don't care.
This video is brought to you by Delete Me, K's super simple business model. You give them money, they turn around and they make sure that online data brokers are not selling your personal information online. Okay, here's the deal. Pretty much anytime you use a free service on the internet and you click that little box that says, I agree to the terms and conditions, you've basically just agreed to allow them to harvest as much of your personal information as humanly possible. They then turn around and sell that to online data brokers, and that's how they can afford to offer you a free service. But when you have Delete Me, they go and they monitor all of these online data brokers for your personal information, and then if they find it, they submit all the opt-out forms on your behalf, so they have to take down and stop selling that information. So when you buy Delete Me, you're not actually buying anything, you're just buying your way out of all the negative consequences of all the free shit that you've already gotten. And because they continue to monitor those data brokers, you're buying yourself out of all the future negative consequences of all the free shit that you haven't even gotten yet. So if you want to give Delete Me a try, there's going to be a link and a discount code down below. Let's get back to the video.
Thank you for the ad. FYI, that's legit called the boombox. That's insane. Also, sorry, I wanted to like shift the dynamic of this because I see a lot of like streamers. Okay, I see a lot of streamers where they do like a layout like this, and I was wanting to try it out. We're gonna try it out for today. We're gonna try it out for today, okay? If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. But I feel like it looks nice. I feel like it looks nice. What do you guys think? What are your thoughts? Do you like being in the corner? Do you like sitting in the corner opposite of me? It's like we're having like an actual conversation now. Because like I'm looking at you guys this way. You know? Arc Raiders. The boombox is a 6.8. The .300 is the honey badger. It looks nice in the cuck chair, yes. I'm Gudo with that. Ooh, new layout. Ooh, big summer blowout. I'm very comfy. Hell yeah. Okay. Okay, as long as you like it. I really love old movies and TV shows. It's podcast style. Okay. Hell yeah. Heyday, glad you're watching him. Hi, Crushing Grizzly. Hello. Welcome in. Welcome in. It's nice to see ya. Yeah, it feels more personal. Okay, cool. Cool. We prefer sitting on you. Hold on, you guys want to get all up close and impersonal? Haha, you can't. You're still behind me. Get thee behind me, wench. Nah, okay. I'm sorry. I'll put you guys back. Pro streamer time. Pro streamer reactor. Here we go, buddy. All right, let's do it now. Do it good.
John Bassel was born on November 4th, 1916 in Buffalo, New York, and spent his entire childhood growing up in Raritan, New Jersey. He was the sixth of 10 children with 2 older brothers, and both of his parents were first-generation immigrants that had just moved here from Italy. And like pretty much all World War II vets that we've ever talked about, he grew up in poverty during the...
Whenever I hear that they're first-generation immigrants, okay, listen, one thing about us, I think all Americans, okay, immigrants, we get the job done. Listen, that is one of my favorite songs of Hamilton. So if you don't know, I'm actually of an immigrant family. My grandparents moved over here from Mexico when they were giving birth, or like right before they had my first, well, my Nina. So yeah. Hello. Brother, can you wait for me?
I can try.
Brother, please. Please wait for me, brother. No! My brother is gonna open 2 ETB Pokemon boxes. And I want to open them with him. He said when my mom gets back. I have a Pokemon addiction and I'm not proud of it. Honestly, as long as the immigrant came into USA legally, I really don't care where they come from. If they in our country illegally, they get shit not kicked out. Yeah. So like the thing is, right? Here's the thing. Here's my whole thing about like immigrants in general. America is founded off of immigrants, just basically, just from a basic logical standpoint. It was founded because of immigrants coming to our nation. However, I do think that we do need to just make sure that people follow the right legal courses. As stop, save your money, god damn it. Days got whiff of the cardboard crack. Yeah, I got that cardboard crack. F? Huh? What went down? Huh? Whole stream died for a minute? Are you kidding me? What the fuck? the hell? What the hell? Why would it crash? It looks perfectly normal and fine. Day's stream died the moment you were about to give an inkling of a spicy opinion. That's insanity, bro. Doggo was worried about the stream. Yeah, let me let my dog out. 1 second. What the fuck, dude? What? That makes no sense because, like, my ping didn't drop at all. What the frick? What the frick, dude? What the fricky? What the frickity frickerson? What the what? Fucking Twitch, brother. I'm back. Dude, the big brother is watching, I guess. Also, you're back, bruh, scuff hour. Dude, but like, what I'm saying is, like, there's 0% dropped frames. Like I said, I'll see about what I could do to get you an ETB. No! Save your money! You got God looking over your shoulder like, careful there, girl. I guess so. Day, go open ETBs. We can wait for this shit to stop. Wait, did YouTube and Twitch? No shot! Dude, no shot! As soon as I said immigration and Twitch and YouTube cut out? That's insane. Hold on. Hold the line. No fucking shot. Yeah, tinfoil hat time. God damn it. Hold on. Hold on. Give me a second. Hold on. I need to rename. Hold on. Let me see. Let me see if this works. Give me a second. OPRST. I feel like it needs to be bigger, actually. Yeah. The tinfoil lives! The tinfoil lives! Conspiracy time. Conspiracy. I think that Twitch and YouTube is censoring me. They're censoring me, damn it! I know it in my nuggies! They're censoring me! Why? Why would they do this to me? It doesn't really understand. Smash Bros, the new challenge approaches the algorithm. Twitch and YouTube, we already have to deal with Asman and Hassan. We don't need more, please. Day's centrist opinion saved the day. Dude, that's insane. It's literally the most neutral fucking topic. It's the most neutral opinion I've ever had in my life. That's insanity. Be the moment you put the hat on, I got hit with a 2-minute ad. Of course. Not the first time either. has censored based VTubers. Stop censoring me, please. I'd really appreciate it. I really would just I just said immigrants would get the job done. That's all I said. That's all I said. They say immigration just like that. Immigration. And if the stream stops again, we have confirmation. Okay. Okay. My thoughts on immigration is that this country was founded by immigrants. Okay, we are good? Oh, hell yeah. Oh, hell yeah. Hold on. Hold on. Wait.
If YouTube skipped, it might have split your VOD. So here's some bits to fill the void.
Thank you. Thank you, Darth Andrea. I appreciate you so much. Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate the biddies. Oops, stream crashed again? Did it really? Okay, they're not watching us anymore. They got called out and ran like a bunch of bitches. I'm so confused. Did it really crash again? They know about your convo about chemicals in the water turning the frogs gay. They're turning the frogs gay! No, they just know Day's not a radical. Yeah, I'm not radical in any way, shape, or form, in any opinion. So silly. So weird. So weird. AI saying she's talking about immigration, shut her down. Exactly. They know about the Alex Jones conversations you have. I still don't understand why the flu shots are free. I still don't get it. Like, I know Grizzly explained it to me, that it's a tax write-off. Still doesn't make me believe it. Holy shit, you got the hat. Yes, sir. Literally seconds after you said it, Sama drew it up instantaneously. Really? I've heard your opinions on fairies. Okay, fairies are fucking assholes. Or, well, I don't know. I'm starting to meet some really nice fairies, so maybe I could have my opinion changed. Seems wearing the hat makes it less sensitive. Okay. We're gonna keep the hat on so, like, we don't have to, like, so that way we can block out any scuff, okay? We're gonna keep the hat on today so we can block out the scuff. There's always exceptions. Did Tinkerbell DM you? No. Dan Clancy knows you have been talking with Pippa. He's afraid of it spreading. Dude, I wish I talked to Pippa. I am a full believer that if an immigrant comes to the U.S. and plans to stay here permanently, they are U.S. citizen now, not a citizen of wherever they came from. I think it's their intentions. I genuinely think it's based off intentions. Because, I know a lot of immigrants that come here and have been here illegally and have come here illegally, because they were trying to make a better life for themselves. And they genuinely follow the law and everything like that. They pay taxes themselves. They, with like the documents that they have, and they're genuinely trying their best. They're trying their best to be law-abiding citizens as much as possible. However, I do think that if you do come here illegally, you should try your best. And if you're coming with like good intentions, I do believe that you should try to get citizenship as soon as possible. Because yeah, there's always like seeking refuge and stuff like that, but you should try to go about it the legal way. And once you do that, like, good, I'm proud of you. You know what I mean? Speaking of censorship, many predict censorship online is going to have a dramatic uptick this year, not just due to laws, but due to the efforts behind the scenes with governments and companies colluding. Shut her down, lads! YouTube, probably. No F in YouTube side. I have a few immigrant friends, and they doing nothing wrong. They are very kind. Yeah! I mean, like I said, I came from an immigrant family, and my family worked their ass off to not only just come to this country, but also to love this country. And that's why I love this country so much, is because of how much it does have to offer people from immigrant, like from other countries, you know? Like, there's so many opportunities here that I love, and there's a lot of things that I'm grateful for this country. So yeah. Okay. Let us continue.
Up in Raritan, New Jersey. He was the sixth of 10 children with 2 older brothers, and both of his parents were first-generation immigrants that had just moved here from Italy. And like pretty much all World War II vets that we've ever talked about, he grew up in poverty during the Great Depression. Despite that, his father truly believed that America was the greatest place on earth. It was the land of opportunity, and he instilled that in all of his kids. Growing up with 2 older brothers in New Jersey, John got really tough really quick as a kid. He was extremely stubborn. He rode that line between bravery and stupidity with everything he did, and he was not particularly good at school. He could never pay attention in the classroom, but he excelled at anything athletic, and he never shied away from a fight. When he was 7 years old, he famously decided that he was going to make a 1,000-pound bull that had nearly killed 3 grown men previously his pet.
It's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off for him.
So 7-year-old John, with zero fear in his body, hops in this pen with this bull and goes to pet it. The bull charges him. He dodges it. The bull charges him again. He dodges it again. And finally, the bull just kind of squares up with him, and John slowly walks up to this bull. And right as he's about to place his hand on the bull's head, right between his horns, the bull rears down and launches John 20 feet through the air, and he lands flat on his back.
God damn. Oh.
Luckily, John makes it out of the pen.
I will say, bull riders are so badass. Bull riders are so cool. That is a different level of, like, adrenaline junkies. I really would love to meet a bull rider one day and ask a million questions, because that is really cool to me personally. If I was more southern, I swear to God, I probably would have tried that shit. I rode a bull once, not for very long, but I did it. I thought Dave was about to call them hot. No, I don't do that. I get that. But why would you mess with a roid-raging animal with knives on its head? For the fun of it, for the adrenaline, you know what I mean? Nah mean. Day, what? I didn't say it. I didn't say anything. I don't know what you're talking about. I think bull riders are super cool, though. Genuinely, like, sincerely. I'm like, dude, bull riders, they are fucking cool. And honestly, for this guy to be a badass and him being a bull rider, that kind of makes sense. I feel like all bull riders are low-key badass. Very stupid, but low-key badass. Or high-key badass, I should say.
20 feet through the air, and he lands flat on his back. Luckily, John makes it out of the pen okay. Needless to say, that bull did not become his pet, but it goes to show that he is either gifted with an extreme amount of bravery or stupidity, and only time is going to tell which one it is. Now, around this same point in his childhood, John and his brothers end up going to the local movie theater, and they watch a movie about a boxer. And this movie inspires John and his 2 older brothers to all want to become boxers, but the problem is there's no boxing gym in Raritan. He can't afford any boxing equipment, so the 3 brothers just start trying to mimic the training from the movie. They all start jumping rope. The problem is they don't have jump ropes, and they can't afford it, so they start jumping rope with a clothesline. They started chopping wood with an old rusty axe they found. They start doing focus mitt drills with their bare hands because they can't afford any equipment. And this goes on for the rest of his childhood. Academically, John struggles in the classroom, and at school, he's not very popular either. And it's not that he's dumb. He can do everything. He can read, he can write, he can do math. He just can't stand sitting there for 6 to 8 hours a day looking at a chalkboard and some teacher droning on. He would zone out, and then next thing he knows, the bell would ring and class would be over, and he didn't pay attention to any of it. Because of this, after he graduates from 8th grade, he informs his parents that he is not going to be attending high school, and he's going to go out and get a job and start contributing to the family. Because he's 14 at the time, there's not a whole lot of jobs that he can do, so he gets the first one he can get his hands on, and that is being a caddy at the local golf course. And at first, John absolutely loves it. He's outside, he's moving around, he's earning money to help his family. All these rich businessmen are giving him these huge...
I forget that high school once upon a time was like college to kids. Oop, it seems that I will have to go do some shit with my dad. Y'all behave. Bye, brain. Bye bye. Day, what? Uh-oh. Nah, the motherfuckers with the most amount of balls are the matadors. Imagine getting paid for intentionally pissing off a bull. So, next place I need to take you is to the rodeo. Yes, please! I love rodeos! I want so badly to go. Hot take, if they are here illegally still to this day, they need to go. Good intentions or not, in my opinion. That's all I say on the matter. I have in bull riding and horse riding stadium about a 30-minute drive from my house. That is so cool. I really want to go to like a big full out rodeo because like we have the rodeo here. Again, I'm a country girl. So like we'll have a rodeo here every couple of years or so, which is nice. And I've always just like really enjoyed seeing people like participate in that. It's like a moving rodeo that goes from like multiple towns to other towns and stuff like that. And I think rodeos are super cool. I really do. But also for them to be so like innovative too, to like be willing to make all the boxing gear themselves. I think that's really cool. I do. I understand it a bit. Also, like I said, I kind of forgot that like high school was basically college for people back in the 1900s, like in the early 1900s. I forget about that sometimes. And like to me, I'm like a 14-year-old going out there and working. That's insanity. That is that allowed? And it's like, no, not really. It's not really allowed anymore unless you have like a work permit. Cause like you could still get a work permit, but like you have to be, I think, like 15. I'm pretty sure you have to be 15 in order to get your work permit. And it's only during the summer. We have one that happens every year. Kids even get a couple days off from school, and there's even a parade. That's so cool. If there's a will, there's a way. Hi, I don't exist. Oh, I do exist. 13. Hello. Welcome in, first time chatter. It's nice to see you. My father dropped out of school in 3rd grade. He's 81 now, so we're talking the 1950s. That's insanity. It's really crazy to think about. It is allowed as long as you say you volunteered and no mention of how you got paid. Yeah, our grandparents' gen was tough motherfuckers. Yeah. Well, you know, technically actually, now that you said that, James, I forgot. I technically had a job at 14 where I was helping with payroll and, like filing and stuff like that. And I forgot. They told me, just say you volunteered. This was volunteer work. And then they ended up giving me like Christmas like paycheck because like I did it during like my Christmas break. Oh my god, I forgot. Oh my god, I kind of forgot that's how it kind of works. Wow. Yeah, no, my grandparents, like I remember yeah, Day, that's what I did before too. So you were paid under the Christmas tree? Yeah, basically. So my grandma, she's told me a lot of stories about her where she had to basically help run her like farm with her dad. MT Man 75, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the Shimmy Army. I appreciate you. Where they basically had to like work on the farm and everything like that, but they had to do it like right before the school bus got there, and then they would have to do it like all the time and stuff like that. Like it was like constantly having to work in the fields. Well, like working in the fields was pretty normal. And one thing I will say this, I do think working in the fields is a really good life lesson and experience for kids, to be honest. I like my first ever job was working in the fields, like a first like full job was working in the fields. I feel like you as a person should work in the fields so that way you can really understand what it's like in that scenario. Did you ever get a tractor license? You need a license for that? I thought you just do it. I've driven a tractor before. Oh, Deli, what? I did odd jobs for money since I was very young. Then I had a job at 15. Yep. Like, I think if you want to, like, I feel like every person should know where their food comes from, and that's why I think working in the fields is really good. In Idaho, you do because you can drive them on the road. Well, yeah, you can drive it on the road. Delay? What delay? Oh, yeah, there's a slight delay. I mean, yeah, you drive tractors on the road when you gotta go from one field to another field or something. That's not uncommon. Dude, I'm pretty sure you just need your license to drive a tractor. Yeah, you just need your license to drive a tractor, but like, because my dad was the one running the farms, I was just able to help drive a tractor. I guess it's an Idaho thing then? Yeah, it must be. It's not a Californian thing. Making dinner BRB sounds good. I worked on a farm at age 13 to 15, then went to a restaurant industry for more stable work. That's fair. That's fair. Yeah, I feel like, I don't know. Maybe it's like the country in me that's like, you gotta work on the farm, but like genuinely, I feel like it really genuinely builds character. I really do. That's just my opinion. I don't know. I'm from the city. I don't know that farmers. You don't know that farmer's life? You don't know that farmer stuff? Well, let me tell you, Sonny, real quick, boy. I feel like, I don't know, you just grow a lot of appreciation whenever you have food after that. I don't know. That's just me. That's just me. That's just me. And you also, like, understand, like, the dollar now. Yeah.
Great job. And when he's not hauling golf clubs, he's hanging out at the golf course clubhouse with all these rich businessmen, and they end up teaching him how to gamble, and he gets really good at that, and he starts making money doing that too. And this goes on for years, and as John turns 16 and then eventually 17, it's getting to the point where he can go out and get a real job. And John absolutely hates the notion of it. He resents the fact that society is telling him he has to go out and get some monotonous 9-to-5 job that he just has to do every single day for the rest of his life. In his mind, it's going to be just like sitting in that classroom, zoned out. And John doesn't know what to do because that's not what he wants in life. Not knowing what to do, John goes to his church and he's praying about it. He's just sitting there, he's hanging out, he's thinking about what he wants to do for the rest of his life. While he's there, a Catholic priest by the name of Father Russo comes up and starts talking to John. You know, he's clearly troubled, wants to know if he can help. And John ends up asking Father Russo, that he's known pretty much his entire childhood, like, hey, Father, you know, you were an athletic guy, you were in college, you could have been a doctor, you could have been a professional athlete, you had the whole world at your fingertips. How did you decide that you wanted to become a priest? And Father Russo told him that he just felt a calling, that that's what he was supposed to do. So he did it, and he told John that if he listened, God would probably give him a calling too. So John takes that advice.
Okay, I will say, I feel like that's honestly some really solid advice. If you are somebody that is like in your early adulthood ages, even if you're somebody like in your early 30s, your mid 30s, whatever the fuck, and you're still confused on what to do in life, I genuinely would suggest to pray about it and to let God guide you. I feel like a lot of the times on when we struggle in life is because we don't allow God to like take control over our lives and we're trying to figure out everything. Like, I think for me, I'm somebody that really likes to go buy things by the book. Like, if I'm scheduling something out, I need to get it done, right? So if I don't get it done, honestly, it kind of sends me into a bit of a panic attack. So like, if I'm planning like a vacation, let's say, right? And we go on this vacation and I planned every single thing out to like a far extent and everything. Like, I'm like, oh, we're gonna get on these rides, and then we're gonna get on like, we're gonna go to this restaurant right after because it should take about this amount of time. If something goes wrong, I used to get panic attacks from it, and I realized that's really not healthy for me. So that low-key kind of sounds like a boring vacation. It does, but that's kind of how I worked and operated because I like following things by like a schedule. Like I really like following things by a schedule. So like for me, I even like when it came to like life, I constantly was trying to be normal and to fit in. I was like always trying to like push myself to like fit into things and stuff like that, and like try to be a normal average worker and like job person. I was like working in offices. Like I was just doing really basic work. I was doing like HR stuff. I was doing like payroll stuff like that. And I realized like it was just unfulfilling, and it never seemed to like fully work out. Like there was just always some type of complication in that. And then when I finally just like allowed God to like take control of my life and be like, you know what? I'm done trying to sort my life out. You just tell me what I should do. And I realized I always had wanted to be a content creator. Like I was always like, yeah, I want to be a content creator. You know what I mean? And so like I really, what was it? There was like a couple things here and there that would just like come up where it was like, oh, to be a content creator. Like there was just like random like YouTube videos that would like pop up like, oh, so you want to be a content creator in the year of 2024, because I started in 2024. And then I learned about VTubers in 2024, and everything just kind of clicked in my brain, and now we're here. And now I'm a content creator, as a full-time content creator, which is, it's a lot of fun, and it genuinely feels like it was like my calling, you know what I mean? And you became an awesome VTuber. Yeah, that low-key kind of sounds like a boring vacation. I know, it was, okay, I'm sorry. Lemon wants to make his own cheese vaults? What the hell? I want to own a cellar in the basement of the house, and I can make cheese as well. I don't know, it seems fun. I mean, hey, if that's your calling, fuck it, make cheese. Make cheese, do it. Do the do. Also, my mom makes some real kick-ass sourdough bread. Hell yeah. Let Jesus take the wheel. Jesus driving the forklift during a house construction. No. Damn, nice. Sourdough bread is good. Dude, I really, really want to start making sourdough bread. Like, I very much so greatly and, like, deeply want to make sourdough bread. I need to. I got one of, like, the pots to be able to make it now, like the Dutch ovens. I got one of those, and I got all the supplies for it. I just haven't really had time to, so I figured once I get back to Arizona, I'll start making some sourdough bread. That way I can make like sourdough pizza and stuff like that when I'm in Arizona. I'm trying to save up for a trip to Japan. Dude, I so badly want to go to Japan. I really do. I want to go to Japan, I want to go to Korea, and I want to go to Australia. Those are the three places I really, really want to go. I kind of even want to go to England just to try their food and just to, like, validate myself in knowing that the food is bad. I know that sounds like a dumb thing, but, like, also, like, England and, like, the European countries have, like, really beautiful castles, and I want to go visit those. So I want to, like, visit those places and then like also eat terrible food and be like, yes, I knew I wasn't wrong in my assumption. You know what I mean? You should go to the New Zealand and do the march to Mortar Trail. I'll definitely look into it. Lemon will become the modern day Wallace from Wallace and Gromit. Yeah, it's hard to start, but later on it's fun. Exactly. Watching at the bar, waiting my turn at karaoke. Hi, Crushing Gisley. Gotcha. I hope you're having fun. I hope you're having a good time. Hi, the damn mess. Yo. Yo, yo, yo. What's up, my man? What's up, boy? Hello. I want to get a pizza oven. I can make pizza for my family. Hell yeah. I have 8 castles in my area. The oldest and biggest one is from the 12th century. Ooh, that's really cool. I heard that, like, if you're in England, like, you can technically buy, like, a castle, like a mini castle. And I want to do that so badly. I want to live in a castle. Is it that bad? Is it bad if I want to live my princess dreams and live in a castle? I don't think it is. I confided in God once. I got no response, so now I believe in the Norse gods. At least they expect me to work for. I want instead of praying to them, expecting them to help me, only to not give me an answer. Yeah, I mean, hey, I'm not somebody, like, listen, your religion, I respect it. Whatever it is, I don't care. I don't really, frankly, care what you guys believe in. Whatever you guys believe in to, like, get you through it. But I feel like everybody needs some type of faith in life. Whether it's faith in science or faith in whatever. To kind of help us understand the world. You know what I mean? And whatever resonates with you the best, I highly encourage it. As long as you try to be a good person, that's what matters to me. You know? Yeah. If you do start doing that cooking stuff, feel free to poke Elle. She would love to join you in on that. Hell yeah. I will. J.K. Rowling bought a castle? Yeah. That's why I really want one. Yeah, it's a vacation house, I think. That's so cool. How did this conversation start? I don't know how the hell we got here. Welcome to Tiny Pixie Day. How did we get here? Oh yeah, like just letting it was me saying like letting God take control to like help guide you down your path in life. It actually works. ADHD, that's the answer to your question. Yep. You said castles. I love castles. I want to be a fairy princess. I want to be a pixie princess. Pixie princess. I'm beautiful.
And he told John that if he listened, God would probably give him a calling too. So John takes that advice and he's trying to listen or look out for any sign that maybe God's going to give him. And then one day he has what he describes as a vision that he's supposed to become a warrior. And because of this, John joins the United States Army in 1934. Now the problem is John doesn't really know what he wants to do in the army, but he knows that his calling is to be a warrior. So he wants to be the biggest, baddest, most untouchable warrior on the battlefield, which is obviously being inside of a tank.
Best job I ever had.
The problem is that John thinks that being cooped up inside of a tank is going to be just like sitting inside that classroom, and he absolutely hates the notion. He wants to be outside, moving around, doing things that are physical, so he picks the next best thing on the battlefield, a machine gun. And this suits John for multiple reasons. One, he's kind of a bigger guy by the standards of the day, right? He's 5'9", but he's 185 pounds with almost no fat on him. And on top of that, he's been doing nothing but lugging around golf clubs for the past 4 years, giving him a ton of stamina, which is good news because he's going to need it, because the machine gun back in 1934 was the Browning 1917, which was a fucking machine gun that required 7 quarts of water to cool the barrel down. Between the gun and the tripod, the entire thing is 103 pounds, not including the ammunition. And John is absolutely obsessed with this gun. He knows absolutely everything about it. He knows where to place it on a battlefield, how to set it up, how to clear every different type of malfunction. They have competitions on how to disassemble and reassemble it and run a functions check completely blindfolded, and John wins those competitions every single time.
Oh my god.
After finish.
That is so cool. I feel like that's not safe, but very cool. I want to do it with a blindfold. Let me see. Let me close my eyes. Can I fire it? Can I fire? Did I win? Did I shoot someone? Did I not shoot someone? Did I hit a target? Use the force? I've been shot! Aw, you weren't the right one. God, I gotta get better at that then, I guess. Ow! Okay, I shot a couple people. Sorry. I don't know where you are, but there is a... I missed you. But there is a castle in Louisville, Kentucky that was brought over stone by stone from England. It's a massive estate, and I believe they give tours. Dude, I want to go. I want to go so bad then. Holy crap, that's a heavy mofo. Use the force. You put that bolter away, you killed the neighbor's cat. Not the neighbor's cat! We'll eventually have a pixie range day. We did that with our M4 and saw machine guns for fun. Missed. Day needs 2 quarts of blood to refill that gun. Winged them. Day right in my eyeball. Sorry. By the Emperor, you have great aim. Thank you. You missed, you fairy. Okay, so I did miss the people I wanted to shoot. Understood. I get that now. My leg! My leg! Ah! My knee! I might get directly tested instead of an IQ test with others as well. I got tested, and what I can tell, I don't have it. You may not have it, but I know I probably do. Actually, I need to get that tested. I should go to the doctors more. I don't know. I need to... Don't freaking... Fuck you. Shooting my 120mm mortar was a blast. Dude, my mom is... Like, she doesn't like that I enjoy shooting guns. She doesn't enjoy that. She says I look a little too happy when I shoot guns, so they haven't really took me shooting since. I'm sorry, I like guns. It's fun. It's a fun time, okay? Shooting my... Oh, Peter Griffin. Ah! Ah! Yeah. I'll just point L at you and see if her tism tingle goes off. You know what? I should ask L. Shooting a 40mm automatic grenade launcher is fun. Well, duh, guns are fun. Base day. No, yeah. No, my mom... I shot a gun once. I've literally shot... Well, twice. Because I shot a gun when I was, like, young. I was, like, what? 14? 12? Between 12 to 14 years old, I remember I shot a gun with my grandpa, which was fun, and that was cool. We were shooting at, like, cans, and then my dad took me out to go shoot guns after I got in my, like, last relationship, after I broke up with them. And so my dad was like, "Aw, you're sad. Let's go shoot some guns." I was like, "Okay." And so, like, we went. And, yeah, no, I went out and we shot guns and it was fun. And my mom was like, "Why are you so happy?" And I was like, "'Cause it's fun." Did you at least have a BB gun? No, it was a gun. Uncle Sam had given me a variety to shoot years ago. Hell yeah. Day, you know how to shoot a bolter, but can you take it apart, clean it, and put it back together? Maybe. I might get directly tested instead of an IQ test with others as well. Hell yeah. Maybe I could, I don't know, 22? What's a 22? Don't forget to bless the bolter as well. Yes. You must bless your guns. Yes. 22 what? 22? Huh? Where did 22 come from? You're American, you should like bang bangs. Actually, I know a lot of people that don't like guns. Like, I know a lot of Americans that just don't enjoy guns. I'm guessing 22 cal, maybe? I don't know. Listen, here's the thing. I like guns. I've never learned about them enough. Does that make sense? 22 caliber? Let me see. Yeah, it probably was. Oh no, or not. Why? Stop. It's supposed to get the scuff away. 22 is just a plinkin gun. Ya no sé nada. Rip, fair, they also dangerous. Please stop dropping frames, oh please stop dropping. Please stop dropping frames, oh please stop dropping. Please stop dropping frames, oh please stop dropping. Please stop dropping. I can't say that fast. Please stop dropping frames, oh please stop dropping. Please stop dropping frames, oh please stop dropping. Why? Why is it? We were doing so good. We were so good yesterday. Shit, my shit is fucked. Shit, my shit is fucked. Hi, Maddie. Welcome back. Welcome back. What's happening? Say what? Thank you so much for resubscribing! Thank you, thank you, thank you! Thank you, thank you, thank you, Seymour. I appreciate you. Quick start fires while she's gone. I'm here. I can see you. Screw you, Twitch. I'm trying. Stuttering stream. Hello? Is anybody here? Can you see me? Hold on. Hello? Kova, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the Treat Me Army. I appreciate you. What's happening? Are we learning some history tonight? Yes, we are. Yes, we are. Trying to. Yeah, we're trying to. Hold on. Let me go see. Let me see who might be on the internet. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. I don't know what's happening. I don't know why it's dropping so many frames. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, it's just my connection. Is YouTube working for you today? I don't think so. Unfortunate. Twitch is behind. Is YouTube working fine, or is it just Twitch? Hi, Pixie. Hi, nothing built can last forever. Hello. Gosh damn it. YouTube seems to be okay from my point of view. YouTube is working, but Twitch isn't. That's fucking great. Okay, well, at least one of them is working, so we're gonna keep it pushing like it's okay. I'm sorry, guys. I'm trying my best. I don't know what's going on with the frames. Hello, carpet-dwelling little micro ankle punching gremlin. How have you been doing lately? I'm doing good. How are you? Dang it, Twitch. Quit twitching out. YouTube is Gucci. At least YouTube is okay. Okay. Twitch is fucky wookie. Okay. So it's just a Twitch thing. Ya no sé. I don't know, guys. I have no clue. I have no clue on what can fix it. I genuinely don't. I checked and like nobody else is using the internet, so it's like, fuck if I know. Fuck if I know. Alright, let's keep it going.
Assemble and reassemble it and run a functions check completely blindfolded, and John wins those competitions every single time. After finishing his training, John gets shipped out to the Philippines, and he spends the next 3 years there between 1934 and 1937, and it kind of fucking sucks the entire time. Now, at this point in time, the geopolitical climate is absolutely heating up, and war could break out, and if that war breaks out, John is obviously here to defend the Philippines. And as far as John can tell, if war should break out, the army's only plan is to have all of its troops retreat to a tiny island called Corregidor and try to hold that. Now, this is extremely disheartening to the point that it pisses John off, because remember, he's here to be a warrior. That's his higher calling in life. And now he's over here in the Philippines. It's hot. Everything's fucking wet all the time. There's fucking bugs everywhere. He's getting malaria. Everybody else is getting malaria. And he's sitting here just suffering, basically waiting for war to break out. And then when the war does break out, the first thing they're going to do is retreat. That's not what he signed up for. So this bothers John all the way down to his core the entire time that he's there. Despite that, he tries to make the best of it, which is really hard at times because it's very clear to John that the army either doesn't give a fuck about him or just doesn't have the funding to take care of them the right way, because they have basically nothing while they're there. They're living in these tiny little huts. They have very little supplies. They're literally having to eat goat half the time, which John said was absolutely disgusting. And on top of that, John absolutely...
Is goat good? I don't think I've ever ate goat before. I've heard that it's good before, though. Have any of you ate goat? Is it good? I know my ancestors ate goat. To be for real, YouTube was doing bad yesterday and now it's Twitch. Poor Day mentions immigration one time and gets shit canned by Twitch. No, for real. Goat is okay, but it depends on how you cook it. Oh, okay. It's good, a bit gamey, but good. Gotcha. Okay, just wondering.
Goat half the time, which John said was absolutely disgusting. And on top of that, John absolutely hates the rainy season in the tropics because he cannot stand the wool army socks when they get wet on his feet. It drives him absolutely insane. It bothers him so much that it becomes a well-known thing in his unit that when you're gambling against John Basilone, he is willing to accept dry cotton socks as currency to gamble with when you play against him, which is pretty much all he does the entire time that he's there. He's either sleeping, drinking, gambling, or trying to bang the locals like everybody else. He actually ends up falling in love with a local woman by the name of Lolita that he describes as the most beautiful woman in the world. So much so that he actually gets her name tattooed on him. The constant drinking and gambling gets old after a little while, so he decides that he's going to start training to box again. So he gets back to running, jumping rope, starts sparring with any other army guy that's willing to spar with him, and then eventually he ends up taking his first fight in the army for boxing. Takes his first match, goes in there, knocks the guy out in the first round, takes another match, knocks him out too. After a little while, he is the best boxer in his unit, and then he goes and competes, becomes the best boxer in the army, and then he goes, competes again, knocking out the Navy's champion, becoming the best boxer in the U.S. military. Around this point in time, he ends up getting the nickname Manila John, and all the promoters back home hear about this badass over in the Philippines knocking everybody out, so he's getting letters from all these boxing promoters wanting him to come over and fight their pro champion over here, this pro guy over there. Basically, he's got a really good professional boxing career lined up the minute he goes back home. Eventually, he ends up beating everybody in the United States military, 19 wins, 19 knockouts, at which point he can either just wait and go back home and turn pro, or he can go up a weight class. He doesn't really want to do either, and his enlistment is coming to an end. John decides that he does not want to go up a weight class. He definitely does not want to re-enlist in the army because he's past 3 years of fucking sucked. And he doesn't want to go back home and become a pro boxer because he doesn't think that that's the warrior calling that he had from his vision. So John finishes up his enlistment in 1937 and goes back home and moves in with mom and dad all over again. And he is right back at square one, not knowing what to do with the rest of his life. He goes right back to being a caddy at the golf course. And at this point, mom and dad are getting worried because, I mean, he's a 21-year-old man and this is the 1930s. He should be having kids by now. And he's
Wow. Okay. Wow. That's insane. So, like, he could have been a whole ass professional boxer, and he was like, nah, not really feeling it. Not really feeling it, my guy. Dude, honestly, that's fucking tough. And, like, another thing, too, is that, like, there's so much pressure. Like, as somebody, I'm 24 years old. I still feel like I don't understand what I'm doing in the world. I feel like I still don't understand what I'm meant to do sometimes. And I feel like I'm lost the majority of the time. But there are moments like this where I'm like, damn, back then they expected you to get your shit together by the age of 16. You know, like, they expected you to have everything figured out 100% by, like, 18 years old. You know, like, that's crazy to me. That's insanity. I don't understand how, like, a lot of older generations and in general were just able to figure out so much of their life so early on. Like, to me, I feel like there's still so much more I need to learn. Also, hi, wee man. Welcome in. Welcome in. Caledon, thank you so much for the food! Welcome to the Shimmy Army, I appreciate you. Welcome, welcome. Man, that sounds familiar. Bye. Bye, Lemon. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Adios. Adios. To be for real, there wasn't nearly as many options back then as compared to now. True. True. That is very true. That fair enough. Fair enough, honestly. Well, it helps that previous generations didn't have to deal with a lot that the current have to deal with today. That is fair. That is fair. I do feel like well, just times are different, like, in totality. So, like, yeah. But, like, I can't imagine the amount of pressure that was on him to, like, figure his life out at that time. Like, honestly, I kind of feel bad for him. Like, he just wanted to do his best. And, like, even though he worked in the military and all that, he had to move right back in with his family. And it was, like, all of that was basically for nothing at that point. Where, like, you have to start over from scratch again. Like, I would feel very, like, I think resentful about, like, my life in that moment, you know, like, damn, dude, what the fuck am I supposed to be doing? Like, how is it that, like, I still, like, nobody still is putting any respect on my name? Now you could be a pixie on the internet. Yeah, like, the number of jobs back then was comprehensible to the mind, and now you could be a pixie on the internet and no one teaches you how to do that. That is fair. That is fair. SM, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. They definitely want you to at least have a plan for your life at 18 because you were dead by 60. That's true. Back then, there wasn't too much to figure out. Easy leveling, basic ass meta. True, he was like a lot of us here. Yeah, my construction worker dad owned a house when he was 22. That's not really possible today. Minus the military bit. Yeah, no, exactly. You can draw anime titties online and make money doing that, and no one teaches you how to do that. That is true. That is true. There's no guidelines nowadays. Like, it's kind of like, fend for yourself, brother! You know, and it's just like, ah! You know, like, I feel like that's just how life is nowadays. If you ever feel super lost, I was originally supposed to go to engineering school. Dude, I was supposed to be a teacher. I was supposed to be a teacher. Oh, how life has changed. Yeah, no, this is rough. It's really rough. I feel really bad.
Your calling that he had from his vision. So John finishes up his enlistment in 1937 and goes back home and moves in with mom and dad all over again, and he is right back at square one, not knowing what to do with the rest of his life. He goes right back to being a caddy at the golf course, and at this point, mom and dad are getting worried because, I mean, he's a 21-year-old man, and this is the 1930s. He should be having kids by now, and he's over here working some part-time high schooler job. He needs to go and get a real job and make something of himself and start building a family. And while nobody's saying it out loud, John feels that constant pressure, both from his family and his community, and he just doesn't know what to do. So he basically just goes back to what he was doing in the Philippines, right? He's carrying golf clubs during the day, he's gambling, he's drinking, and he is fucking everything that moves. You gotta realize, he's the 21-year-old Army veteran that just got back from the military. He's 185 pounds, built like a brick shit house with 19 knockouts. He's seen as a very eligible bachelor by all the young ladies in town. So he's doing stuff with them. He's even banging the old widow that runs the flower shop down the street. I'm not kidding. So that's going on for a while. Then eventually his dad confronts him like, Johnny, what the fuck are you doing with your life? You need to get your shit together. So John is like, I know. So he goes, he gets a real job. He ends up being a delivery guy for a laundry service. He does that for a couple of months. Fucking hates every single second of it. But now mom and dad are proud of him. You know, he's gone out in the world. He's got a real job. He's doing the whole, you know, family thing. Soon he'll probably get a wife, settle down, have kids, do what, you know, you're supposed to do. He doesn't make it there very long. He ends up quitting because he just can't stand to do it. His parents are super disappointed right out of the gate, at which point John is like, you know, I'm going to move out. I'm going to go somewhere else. I'll go out on my own. So he moves.
Dude. Oh, my heart hurts for him. I know that pressure all too well. You know, like, and I think it hurts me so much because I'm like, I'm the oldest. I'm supposed to be the example. Like, hearing, like, I feel it. I feel the pressure. Pressure like a tick, tick, tick that'll never stop. Wow. I am a technician engineer, and even then, I feel like it's not as simple to have a plan or understanding what to do in life. That is fair. Feeling the pain, I really am. I'm getting secondhand pain. You know how there's like secondhand embarrassment? I'm getting secondhand pain. My trauma is being like reignited in this fucking moment as we speak. Bruh, that shit is annoying. It really is. It really is. I'm not gonna lie. It's really annoying. It's like, bruh, I'm trying to figure out my life too. You think you're disappointed in me? I'm more disappointed in myself than anyone ever will be. I have to deal with myself, you know, like, it makes me happy. Oh, I got my frames back. Yay! We're back in the clear on Twitch. Fantastic. Yay. I don't know how that happened, but yay.
Make it there very long. He ends up quitting because he just can't stand to do it. His parents are super disappointed right out of the gate, at which point John is like, you know, I'm going to move out. I'm going to go somewhere else. I'll go out on my own. So he moves to a different state, gets a job with the gas company. So he does that for like 6 months. He becomes one of the top employees at the company. He's getting along fine. He does the work really well, but he absolutely hates it. He doesn't feel like he's fulfilling his higher calling. And around this point in time, all the news is coming out about the massacre at Nanjing, Japan invading China, killing hundreds of thousands of innocent civilians.
Koikitsu! Thank you so much for the raid! Welcome in!
My soldiers push forward!
My soldiers scream out! My soldiers rage! Hello! Ah, a fellow fat electrician enjoyer. Nice. Hi, how are you? Welcome in. It's nice to meet you. Welcome. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you so much for the raid. Let me give you a quick shout out real quick. Shit. Oh, my mods are faster. Hello! How are you? How was your guys' stream? What were you guys up to? What were you doing? Welcome in, everybody. Hello, I am Tiny Pixie Day. I'm a variety streamer. I do reactions, I do gaming, and I do singing. It's nice to meet ya. Youngest in my family is in college for professional photography. Meanwhile, they look at me while I work for a pixie woman on the internet. Fair. Appreciate you. Thank you for the rate. Yeah, what were you guys streaming? What were you guys up to? If you have to raid and dip, though, I completely understand. Thank you so much for trusting me with your community. Make sure you eat food, drink water, and go to the restroom. Let's see if YouTube is better than Twitch. Let's see. Yeah, I feel that pain. I may not be the oldest, but definitely understand that the secondhand embarrassment of not being moved out or having a family yet. Yeah. I mean, it's also, like, really hard when, like, my family, like, my parents, they'll, like, constantly say, like, why haven't you given me grandchildren yet? You know, and stuff like that. Like, and when they talk to, like, other moms and stuff like that, and they're just like, oh, yeah, my daughter still lives with me. No, she dropped out of college. It's like, oh, fuck, dude. Reacting Andy watched El Guapo versus the Narco Vampires, an adult cartoon made by the guy that wrote El Tigre and the Book of Life. I saw that! That looks so good! Actually, I should react to that soon too, honestly. I've seen like the little, like, I saw the trailer to it and it looks super fucking good. I'm super excited for it. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you liked it. I hope you guys had a lot of fun. No, that sounds fucking awesome. The Book of Life is like one of my favorite fucking movies, so I'm super, super excited for this new series, and I'm excited to see where they go with it and where they take it. It is an animatic, not a full animation yet, but it is awesome. Thought it would be just lewd humor, but it got serious so fast. Same, love the Book of Life. Dude, my quinceañera, it was based off of the Book of Life. I didn't have a quinceañera because, like, I actually, I got in trouble before my quince, so they took my privileges away, and so, it was supposed to be based off of the Book of Life, though. But I still had, like, my 15th birthday, like, kind of revolve around it because we had already started investing a lot into, like, the Book of Life, like, quince decorations and everything. So, yeah. I was supposed to be the smart one in the family, then I went to prison. Oh my god, why'd you go to prison, dude? What the fuck? A mid-quinceañera? Yeah, no, it wasn't great, and I remember, like, the day of my birthday, and, like, this is kind of, like, why I say, like, my birthdays are a little cursed, right? Because, you didn't have a quinceañera? No, because, so, I got into some trouble before my quince, and I remember the day of my quinceañera, like, the day it was supposed to be, I remember that my parents, like, the entire time on my birthday were reminding me, remember, this could have been your quinceañera, but no, you fucked it up. And I'm like, yeah, I know. Definitely will return for the watch when you react to it. It's a bit long, though, 40 minutes. Yeah, I'll have to probably do it another stream. I'll probably do it on Monday or so. But thank you so much for the raid. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Also, Waze, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the Shimmy Army. I appreciate you. Now you're getting art of that. Thank you. What does that mean? No, I don't want to cry. Irish, German, American here. What is a quinceañera? A quinceañera is you know how, like, white people have, like, a sweet 16 for their daughter's birthday? I had, for Latinas in general, when you turn 15, it's like you're becoming a woman, right? So they throw, like, a really big party for you called a quinceañera, and you have, like, a dress and everything like that. Alright, I'm tapping out. I got church in the morning. Y'all have a good night. Chats, keep being beautiful. Also, today, something pretty bad has happened in my family recently. I won't talk about it here, but prayers for this situation would be nice. Anyway, y'all have a good night. I will keep you in my prayers, Dark. Be safe, please. It's like a bar mitzvah for 16-year-old girls in Mexican culture. Yeah. So not even a sweet 16. No, I didn't have a sweet 16 because I got in trouble before my sweet 16 too. I got in trouble before my quinceañera. I got in trouble for all of it. And that's a big reason why I say, like, my birthday is cursed, because, like, I was just always getting into trouble before, like, my birthday, honestly. Hey, I come from your YouTube channel, specifically the Internet Historian videos. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. I appreciate it. I'm glad you're here. I hope you enjoy it. But yeah, no, and I think that's why, like, honestly, last year, like, spending my birthday with you guys was, like, one of the, like, first, like, really good years of my birthday in a long time. Not to say, like, my family doesn't love me and they don't, like, do things for me. They do. It's just, there's always, like, drama happening. Spanish people put significant importance when a girl becomes 15, like a coming-of-age ceremony that's called a quinceañera. Aw, yeah. Bruh, my sweet 16 was mid. I went to the theater with my brother to watch a movie I don't remember. Damn. I know this is random, but I'm sorry if I have been rude, mean, or disrespectful. If I didn't intend to do so. That doesn't excuse it. I'm sorry. Have a good stream. Bye, Lemon. I hope you're doing okay. Bye-bye. Doop. Oh, how's my favorite fairy? I mean, Pixie. I'm good. How are you? Wait, people remember your birthday? Yes, my family does at least. At 16, I had a hard Mike's lemonade pack my parents gave me. Huh. All I have is a photo from a photo booth. Damn. Yeah. I was always sad that I didn't have a quince though, to be honest. Like, I really, really did want one. Okay. Let us continue. Started following and watching you yesterday after I was gifted a sub. Thank you, RTM. I hope you've enjoyed it so far. I hope you've had a lot of fun with it so far. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. The Shroomy army grows day by day. Day by day, day by day.
Invading China, killing hundreds of thousands of innocent civilians. There's stories coming out about Japanese officers beheading innocent Chinese civilians until their arms are so fatigued that they can no longer lift up their swords. And this bothers John to his core because even though his time in the army wasn't great and he hated it the entire time, he still considered himself a professional and did not understand why another professional military would do that to innocent civilians. And with this, John has his second vision, basically a more clear version of his first vision. He is supposed to be a warrior, but he is supposed to fight the Japanese. And with this, he decides that he's going to re-enlist in the United States military, but this time he's not going with the army. He told his mother, and I quote, "The army's too soft, Ma. I'm going with the Marines."
Oh, god damn.
So in July of 1940, at the age of 23, John Basilone joins the United States Marine Corps. And you gotta realize, at this point in time, John is 23 years old and there's a draft going on, so pretty much everybody else that he's going through training with is some 18-year-old snot-nosed kid. And John is just... he's getting through it. So he crushes basic training, goes off to machine gunner school for the Marine Corps, and while he's there, he just starts hustling all of his classmates. He sits there and very loudly and very vocally expresses frustration in his inability to disassemble and reassemble the machine gun, which obviously he knows how to do extremely proficiently, but he plays it off like he can't. And then he suckers other young, cocky Marines in to a challenge of assembling and disassembling it and running a functions check, and whoever wins money. And then as soon as they put money on the table, he just takes everybody's shit, including their socks.
He was hustling them.
This is like the luck of the Irish, only I'm not Irish, so you figure it out.
So he gets done with training. He's older, he's more mature, he already knows everything. Very quickly, he ends up becoming a gunnery sergeant. He's in charge of 11 other men and 2 machine guns. And he takes being a leader very seriously. He makes all the men in his section train and retrain over and over and over again with the machine gun, how to set them up, where to set them up, absolutely everything, to the point that they are just as good as he is.
Oh,
then they
wow.
end up getting shipped out to Puerto Rico for amphibious landing training. He's back in the tropics, absolutely hates it. Everything's wet, his feet are wet, his socks are wet, there's fucking bugs everywhere. He doesn't like it there. He ends up training there for an entire year. And as per usual, when he's not training, they're going out, they're gambling, they're drinking, and they're fucking everything that moves. At this point in time, he becomes kind of infamous for every time he gets hammered, he turns his hat, also known as a piss cutter, sideways to let everybody know, hey, I'm fucking hammered. So after a year, they get done with training. They're just waiting on orders on where they're going to go. Paris Island is apparently...
Actually, how does he get it to stay that way? How does it not fall off his head? Did they use bobby pins? The idea of men in the military using bobby pins is very funny. Alright, I must actually go. No worries, Brain. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. Did they use bobby pins? If so, that's fucking hilarious. Drunk powers? Yeah, I guess. Please compliment Dave more to get rid of her sadness. Oh my god. Brain, stop it. Stop it. I don't need compliments. I'm not sad. It's sideways and hanging on the back of his head. I know I've worn these in work. Oh. Okay. Fair enough. It just looks like it would fall off. Huh. He got all his training in the army, so you're welcome, Marines. Is this you know, I actually love on TikTok, listen, I'm not in the military, but I love watching like all the military branches fight with each other. Like, it's so funny. Okay, Dave, you seem very cool and your model is awesome. Thank you so much. I appreciate it, Wise. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm gonna go to bed. I'm exhausted. Love y'all. Sweet dreams. Y'all are loved. Stay loved and stay shroomy. Bye, James. Thank you so much for sticking around for so long. I appreciate you. Thank you, thank you. Playing for you, Dart. Oh, praying for you, Doc. What an amazing VTuber we have. Always makes our days brighter. You guys make my days brighter. Yum, 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 yum. Oh, I realize you guys are complimenting me because of brain. Oh, stop it. Be careful. This one potentially has autism. Potentially. It's potential. I don't know, man. It's potential.
Everything that moves. At this point in time, he becomes kind of infamous for every time he gets hammered, he turns his hat, also known as a piss cutter, sideways to let everybody know, hey, I'm fucking hammered. So after a year, they get done with training. They're just waiting on orders on where they're gonna go. Paris Island is apparently full. So according to the rumors, the US military has went out and built an entire new base for the Marines. And this base is fucking awesome. There's a new movie theater. There's an athletic facility. There's a new chow hall that serves steak and lobster and cake and ice cream every single day for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Everybody is fucking pumped because they've been hanging out in the tropics where it sucks, basically living in tents. And now they're finally gonna go and get appreciated for the elite fighting unit that they are. So they get shipped out, they travel, they make it all the way to New River, North Carolina, where the new base is, and they get there, there's nothing there. There's like a couple of buildings for the officers, and then it's just a fucking swamp. They have no mission, there's no training schedule, they're literally just existing, living in tents in a swamp. Because at this point in time, America isn't in the war yet, so basically they're one of the most highly trained units that America has, but they have nowhere for them to go, so they basically just like set them off to the side and told them to go camp in a swamp for a while, and it sucks the entire time. So they're there for a couple of months, and then they get word that they're going to a different new base, and this base surely is the base they were originally talking about, right? With the chow hall and the steak and the lobster and the cake and the ice cream and the athletic facility and the new barracks. Everything's gonna be awesome. The new base is actually ready. They ship out. It's a very short drive. They come to this new place, Camp Lejeune. Also, no buildings, just a fucking swamp.
Is it close?
Very.
Damn.
So now, morale amongst the men.
Dude, I know they're fucking angry. I know they're angry. Marines eat crayons. Army can't do anything without a PT belt. Navy, do I need to say it? Air Force called the chair force for a reason, lol. Yeah, no, I love to see the, I love seeing people's, like, fights with each other. It's very fun. Steak and lobster usually means you're going to war. Oh, really? Oh, I didn't know that. Typical army base sounds about right. Are you saying Dave potentially has autism or that I potentially have autism? Because I do have autism. Asperger's specifically. No, I think he was meaning me specifically. Everyone tends to say I'm probably on the autism spectrum. I don't know how much I believe it. I don't go to the doctors. I don't know, man. Yeah, if they give you a decent meal, it's not really a good sign. Damn, dude. That's actually really concerning. That is fairly concerning. You know, I actually went to a military base here in California before, because I was part of, like, I did FFA like growing up and all that. So like I had to go to a military base. And yeah, no, I had to go to a military base so that way we could do like team bonding exercises and everything like that. And we were actually able, well, I don't know. Yeah, no, it was a military base. So when we did that, I ate military food and it was actually pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. I like their mac and cheese. They had a mac and cheese the time I went. On one of the days. There's a lot of team-tism in these kinds of groups, especially fans of Fat Electrician and the unsub group. I mean, fair enough. Also, thank you so much for resubscribing with Prime Quibbles. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate you. Yep, kind of did the same thing when I went into deployment training. Damn. They treat it like your last meal. That's so sad. You have a tinfoil hat, so this makes sense. Does it really? Fun fact about D-Day, most soldiers got sick on the trip to the beach, not because of seasickness, but they gave them such a big, rich dinner before the fight, last meal and whatnot, and the motion hit them. Damn. I'm free. Autism and war history is my fave. Fair enough. Fair enough. Listen, everyone has their tism superpower. Honestly, I want to learn more about history. I ain't a bitch, I'm a man. I'm a man.
So now, morale amongst the men is at an all-time low. It absolutely sucks. John is trying to do everything he can to keep spirits up. He makes it standard practice that everybody under his command is going to learn boxing. He's going out, he's teaching his men how to box. The circus in town actually donates their old tent, and they set it up, and that becomes their new, like, Madison Square Garden. He's hosting fights. Boxing is, like, the only thing they have. But John doesn't really have any interest in boxing himself, and after the word got out that he's Manila John with 19 knockouts, not a lot of people wanted to box him anyways, so it works out. But there has been several occasions where a card game went wrong and he got into a fight and knocked a couple of people out. And then they get a new commander that apparently is a badass, and one of the first things this commander does is calls John Basilone into his office. Okay, this cannot be good. John is nervous. This guy is allegedly a hard ass. He's supposedly one of the most decorated men in the US military at this point in time. He's got 2 Navy crosses. He's already served in Nicaragua. He served in the Banana Wars, and now John has to go talk to him and he doesn't know why. So John walks into his office and this guy is intimidating. He is built like a brick shithouse. He looks like a refrigerator with a smaller refrigerator on top of it, and that's his head. This dude's got the biggest barrel chest he's ever seen. His side profile is 2 feet thick. It's starting to make sense why this guy's nickname was Chesty. Yeah, John's new commander is the legendary Marine Chesty Puller. And Chesty lays into him immediately. Like, I understand you knocked some people out after a card game. And he's like, yes, sir. And he goes, I understand you're some type of knockout artist. And he's like, yes, sir. I was 19-0 over in the Philippines when I was in the Army. Chesty, at this point, flips out. The Army? You were in the fucking Army?
You're getting soft, brother.
Now, obviously, I'm paraphrasing a little bit, but this conversation went something along the lines of, why don't you explain to me why I would let somebody softened by the United States Army lead my Marines into combat? I have heard nothing but bad things about you, John. You are a gambling womanizer that would sleep with 2 women at a time if you could afford it. At which point, John responds, and I quote, even when I can't afford it, sir. At which point, Chesty cracks a smile and says, God damn it, you're going to make a fine Marine. Pull up a seat. They have a cigar to.
That's crazy. That's crazy. That's so crazy. Even when I can't imagine having that much fucking riz, bro. Imagine having that much fucking charisma. Imagine. Dude, if I had that much riz, damn, it'd be over. Do I have that much riz, guys? Guys, look at me right now. Okay, do I have that much riz? Do I? I think I could have that much riz. If I really put my mind to it, I think I could have that much riz. Just, I just need to fight some people, you know? Like, even when I can't afford it, I can pull bitches, and the bitches will enjoy it and pay for it. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. These men are dangerous. Men are dangerous like this. Men like this, they're dangerous to us women. We must rise, my ladies. We must rise. We cannot let these type of men take advantage of us. God damn it. God damn it. With that face, you're the Rizzler. Thank you. Latina, all the Riz I need. Hell yeah. As much Riz for a tiny pixie. Woo! Absolute balling. Fucking I man said I'm the him of Riz. Puller was a trip for a leader of a loose cannon that was a legend for a reason. Legend for a legend. Yup. Yup. Dangerous to mostly foreign women? That's crazy. That's crazy. The amount of children this man probably has out in the world that he doesn't know about. Insane. Insane in the membrane. Mightism is everything I do has to be in pairs. Can't stand odds. Oh, I can't stand odd numbers either. Probably a lot of kids. Yeah, probably a ton of them. Also, you threw us to the wolf deep troll. What wolf? I'm the alpha. I'm the... Wait, what is it? What? How does that song go? I'm the alpha. Yeah. Where is it? I'm the alpha, I'm the leader, I'm the one to trust. Together we do whatever it takes, we're in this pack for life. Ow! We're wolves, we own the night. Oh, we own what we own, oh, we own the night. Oh, we own what we own the night. She in the awe of mightism day. I don't know what women, but Latino men are good breeding. I should know my boyfriend is. Yeah, we tend to have herds of children. Honestly, the fact I'm 24 years old without a child, I probably cannot bear children. Also, you threw us in the wolf deep troll. I didn't do nothing. I didn't do jet. I didn't do chetos. She said she has Riz, then she just sang that. That's the ultimate Riz song. I don't know what you're talking about. The ultimate Riz song. The ultimate Riz song. Alright, let's keep it going. Let's keep it going.
Smile and says, God damn it, you're gonna make a fine Marine. Pull up a seat. They have a cigar together and start drinking, and then Chesty has John tell him all about the Philippines. Yeah, John Basilone is now homies with the most decorated Marine of all time.
Damn.
Shortly after this, Japan attacks Pearl Harbor. They've committed the cardinal sin. They've fucked with America's boats. It is now game on. At this point in time, John's unit is one of the most highly trained units in the United States military, and they are immediately shipped out to Samoa on their way to the Pacific for more training. They spend about 4 months there. They train a bunch on amphibious landings, but they also train on jungle warfare, trying to focus in on what they know the Japanese like to do. They know that the Japanese like night fighting, so they get a bunch of nighttime combat training, and then they know that the Japanese also like to infiltrate behind enemy lines and pretend to be one of your guys and then murder you in your sleep. So they develop a new system on how to make sure that somebody out in the darkness is actually one of your guys. Now, the tricky part is you need to make sure that both members in this communication are both on the same page and they both know that they're not going towards an enemy. So you're going to shout out one word and they're going to respond back with another word that's the password. And the words that they choose are weather and clear, because apparently you can't say those words with a Japanese accent.
Clear? Clear? Clear. 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 Clear.
So they get done training, then they're just told to...
That is actually... Wait. Listen. That's kind of genius. That's kind of smart. That is kind of genius, bro. Know your enemy's weaknesses. It really is. Like, I would have never, listen, I would have never thought, let's make sure the accent is a giveaway. That's, dude, my brain has just been fucking activated, bro. My brain has just been activated. Like, I'm like, whoa. Wait. Whoa. Whoa, that was a smart move. That was a smart move. Weaponized racism. Space King would be proud. Kind of like Flash and Thunder, if I'm correct. Really? That's crazy. It's the C to the R sound. It makes it difficult if you grew up speaking Japanese. Yeah. Huh. That's a big brain moment. That's a big brain moment. My brain, when he said that, I was like, he's right. I just joined in. What are we talking about? That apparently if you have the Japanese accent, it's really hard to say weather and clear. That's crazy. Now I want to hear somebody that has a Japanese accent say those words. Huh. Huh. I'll be damned. I'll be damned. You can't say thunder with a German accent, if I remember correctly. Oh. There's a really, really cool, like, German girl. There's a really cool German girl VTuber. I want to hear her say it now. Japanese people rarely want to speak English, even if they have some knowledge of it. True. We are watching the John Basilone video from the Fat Electrician. Yes, that is what we are watching. Also, welcome in first-time chatters. Nice to meet you. Hello. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. Give me 1 second. I need to put some lotion on my face. Give me 1 second. I'm happy I was able to make it to chat tonight. I was just playing Warhammer with a friend and he left 30 minutes ago. Hell yeah! I'm glad you're here too, Quibbles. I've missed you. Howdy, howdy. Hi, Ryan. Hello. I'm alright for Day leaving us for the lotion on the face. Listen, I have eczema on my face. It's a pretty known thing, okay? I needed lotion. I felt like the Sahara Desert for a second. And also, I opened my mouth really wide today to eat a hot dog. And like it kind of hurt the like sides of my mouth because I opened my mouth really big. I can't wait for Warhammer Total War to come out. Hell yeah. To be fair, your face gets really dry from too much screen usage. Oh, does it? Is that a thing? I never heard of that. Hi, Siren. Hi, Sirenas. Hello. Hello, welcome in. How are you doing? I'm doing well, how are you? You broke the skin on the corner portion, didn't you? Yeah. Ooh, Fat Electrician, nice. How did you... Yeah, I did. I opened my mouth really wide for it. I didn't realize the hot dog was that big. Sometimes I forget I have like a small mouth, honestly. No, because I'm fine. What? I'm on my phone all the time. Hell yeah. You put the lotion on the skin or it gets the eczema again. Yeah. I noticed that my face skin is much healthier when I spend less time in front of the computer. No judgment, I know, because I do it sometimes too. Yeah. It's a hard knock life for us. It's a hard knock life for us. Okay, let's get back into the video, shall we? Woo!
Clear. So they get done training, then they're just told to board a ship. They're not even telling them where they're going. They get out to sea after like 2 days once it's no longer a security issue, and they tell everybody over the loudspeakers, we're headed to Guadalcanal in the Pacific. There's an airfield there that we have to take and defend. Now, John is going to kind of be in the second wave. He is not there when the Marines make their first landing on Guadalcanal on August 7th, 1942. Now, those Marines experience very little resistance at first, and then 2 days later on August 9th, the Japanese Navy rolls in on the naval detachment that had dropped off the Marines, and they attack them at night and catch them completely off guard, and they end up sinking 4 American cruisers, and the entire naval detachment is forced to retreat, stranding the Marines on Guadalcanal. So for about that first week, the Japanese Navy just shells the Marines with naval gunfire and then tries to starve them out. The first major battle is on August 20th at the Tenaru River when 800 Marines go toe-to-toe with 900 Japanese, killing 800 Japanese and only losing 44 Marines in return. After this, the Japanese realize 2 things. A, they're going to have to up their game if they want to go toe-to-toe with the Marines, and B, Henderson Airfield is apparently very important to the United States war effort, and they have to take it back no matter what. Henderson Airfield has a ridge right next to it today that's known as Edson's Ridge because it was defended on September 12th by Edson's Raiders. Edson's Raiders is comprised of 840 Marines that go toe-to-toe with 3,000 Japanese soldiers led into battle by Major General Kiyotake Kawaguchi. Utilizing the high ground and effective machine gun fire, Edson's Raiders absolutely crushed Kawaguchi's men. Over the course of 3 days, the Marines lost 31 men and killed over 600 Japanese soldiers and wounded at least 600 more. To the Japanese, this was considered the first major defeat of their ground forces in over 2,000 years and brought immeasurable shame to that chain of command. General Kawaguchi's...
You know what? And this is one thing, every time I learn about American history and American wars, now it could be because I'm American and I know American history and stuff like that, but like the amount of sheer bull power that American soldiers have, like, dude, if you're looking at how many they lost in comparison to the other side, how many they lost, it's astronomical. It's a major shift. There should be a Sabaton song about this. Damn. I just like how much, like, old Japanese names sound like magical girls. They do. It's crazy to think about that Japan was still an imperial nation at the time. I missed this chat too. Had a rough holiday, but I've got a bit break going now. Well, I'm glad you're back, Quibbles, and I'm sorry that your holidays weren't the greatest. Dave, the massive level of damage it caused to the morale of the Japanese military to learn the U.S. has a boat just for ice cream. I didn't realize that the U.S. had just a boat for ice cream. What are you talking about? We have a boat just for ice... You know what? That is very American. Never mind. Forget what I said. That makes sense, actually.
Marines lost 31 men and killed over 600 Japanese soldiers and wounded at least 600 more. To the Japanese, this was considered the first major defeat of their ground forces in over 2,000 years and brought immeasurable shame to that chain of command. General Kawaguchi is immediately relieved of command, and his boss, General Hayotake, takes control, and it becomes his life's mission to win back Henderson Airfield to restore his honor. By August 18th, the United States Navy is able to punch through, and John and the rest of the 7th Marines show up to reinforce the Marines on Guadalcanal. Over the course of the coming days, they offload all of the 7th Marines onto Guadalcanal, but on September 23rd, before all of the Marines have disembarked from their ships, they get ambushed at the Medicao River. Chesty Puller, hearing that some of his men are cut off and surrounded, commandeers the United States naval destroyer, the USS Ballard, takes it under his command, gets it as close as he can to their position, and calls in the naval gunfire on the enemy himself. He then loads up all the landing vessels that he has with as many Marines as he possibly can and begins leading them into the fight to save his men. And Chesty is right there leading from the very first Higgins boat. And it gets so bad from enemy gunfire coming in on these Higgins boats that the naval coxswain, the pilot of the ship, goes and starts turning the boat around, and all the other boats are going to start following. At which point, Chesty orders him to keep going, and he fights him on it. And Chesty pulls out his Colt 45 and says that he will shoot him himself if he doesn't steer that fucking boat to that beach. Chesty lands, goes out, saves his men, and
Oh, Chesty. Chesty is such a legend. Dude. That is insanity. He's like, you're dying one way or another, motherfucker. Dude, that motherfucker literally just said, you're dying either way, motherfucker. You're dying by me or by them. Do you want to die a fucking war hero or a fucking coward, bitch? Like, that, dude, which way you want to go about it, bitch? Huh? That's fucking, dude. No man left behind, dude. Listen, and here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. Wolf Soul, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate you. Welcome to the Shimmy Army. You're loud. You're loud. I am loud. Okay, here's the thing. Right? This is very American culture. Like, genuinely American culture. Right? Because, like, a lot of the time, there's a lot of infighting between us. As, like, just Americans. We have a lot of infighting, to be fair. Which is very common. I think every country has infighting between themselves. But for some reason, whenever someone is coming against us, no matter what, you will see Americans defend other Americans like no fucking tomorrow, bro. There is something. There is an internal rage that is given in like every fuck-ass American that is just like, we die together, bitch. We die together, bitch. You know, like, I remember I was a stat girl for the football team, right? And so this even happens like in like football, right? So like American football, not like not football. Why you put me in the jar? Why was I gonna thank you for putting me in the jar? I don't know, man. I don't know, but I've been told. Okay, so like I remember being in the football stadium and we were playing versus our rival team, right? And when we were playing versus our rival team, I remember, because like I didn't fuck with a lot of the people from my school, to be honest. I didn't really like the people in my school. I didn't really like the people in my grade. But once it came down to it, right? Once it came down to, hey, that school was talking shit about you. Rage is all I felt. Rage is all I know. You know, like I was like, we are fucking fighting. We are fighting on site today, motherfucker. You know what I mean? And so, like, I remember an intense fight broke out between the football players, and then me and my best friend at the time. So me and my best friend at the time, we were both stat girls, and so the cheerleaders, we didn't have cheerleaders on our side of the team. So me and the stat girl, my best friend, we run and we're telling the cheerleaders, "Come on!" We're like, "Fight me! Fight me now!" Like, like I remember the cheerleaders just looking at us like, dude, those bitches are crazy, you know, and we were crazy, but it was like, don't fuck with us. So it's like, yeah, no, that is a different level it's like stories like this that just get me really pumped, you know what I mean? Fun fact, the Navy was formed because someone touched our boats. Yeah, that makes sense. It's about having a common enemy. Fuck that other school. Exactly! And when there's a common enemy, like, and mind you, I don't know, because I'm not from another country. I genuinely, if you're from another country, I beg to question, like, because I've heard from, like, some of my, like, English friends, and they don't really have that. They're just like, let them die, you know, like, you know, like, they're very passive about it, you know, they don't get that, like, that eternal rage like unlocked within them. So like genuinely, like to any of my viewers that are like from other countries, I would love to understand like if you guys have that. Fun fact, you can blame the British for that rage. Is it really? America is 50 war tribes in a trench coat, except the tribes also act like siblings, i.e. we're each other's biggest ops until somebody comes around and then we close ran crush them before we go back to pummeling each other. No, for reals, dead ass. We do not wish to fight the maple syrup people. The Revolutionary War. Well, yeah, I know the Revolutionary War, but like I don't know. Is that the only reason? You know? There are stories from people who have fought alongside or against the US about the rumors we have that scare them. Really? What's up, Eva? The concrete ice cream ships, we through our massive resources at the Japanese and Germany, and thereby comparison, production was pathetic compared to our production. Fair. It is the birth of democracy and freedom. True. It gets me so riled up. It gets me so riled. Like, this is American culture. You know, like, I hate when I hear other people, like, other countries be like, America has no culture. This is the American culture. God, I feel truly American today. America. Have you watched the video about the Marines versus the AI? No. At least for New Zealand, we don't really get that crazy, at least in my experience, but I don't give a fuck about sports, since we used to just always win in international rugby. Unless it's Australia, we got fucking beef. So, like, okay, and here's my thing, Malachor. Okay, so since you're from another country, right, I guess, like, when it comes, not even just to sports, but, like, when people, like, I guess, challenge your guys' schools or anything, like, do you guys get, like, an intense competition type of, like, mindset and mentality, or no? We fight everyone, even ourselves, if we get bored. No, that's what I'm saying. Like, see, for me, so, like, I don't know if it's because of, like, the Irish in me and the Mexican in me, that it's just, like, both of them are, like, internal, like I'm a little firecracker, you know? Like, is that the reason I'm a firecracker, or is it because I'm a true American? Because, like, this makes sense to me. Like, I don't know, it might be all three. It's honestly probably a combination of all three. But, like, I get really defensive and protective of, like, my family, my friends, and everyone I love, honestly. America is a war tribe with a defense budget to kill God. Irish and Latina? Yeah, you're a fire breather. Yeah, well, because I'm a quarter white, right? And that quarter white is apparently Irish. I didn't know that until recently. But yeah, I guess we're Irish. Marines have the nickname Devil Dogs. I love the idea that a lot of other countries in the world just think of America as a PvP server. Bruh, I'm Irish German. Hell yeah. I got a mixture, Mexican, Puerto Rican, native. I could go from peaceful to all out violent in a heartbeat. Yeah, dude. I think it's because we have respect for each other, but we like to challenge each other. I agree. I agree with that. I really do. I really do agree with that, honestly. Okay. I'm Irish, Scottish, English, and a little bit French, German. I am a mutt. I am a quarter Irish, and then I am 75% Mexican. But I am 100% American! Okay. I mean, I'm from the shitty part of New Zealand, so all of our schools have a reputation for being the delinquent schools, so we had enough fights locally. God's help you if another school gets involved. Fair enough. Fair enough. Nothing wrong with a good tussle every once in a while. And 1% Cali girl. No, I'm technically 100% Cali girl, because I was born and raised here. That nickname came from the Japanese during World War II. Really? Really? Devil Dogs. Also, I'm mostly European, most of which comes from Ireland, Norway. Okay. Are y'all ready? Let's get back into it, shall we? Shall we, gentlemen? Shall we?
Fights him on it, and Chesty pulls out his Colt 45 and says that he will shoot him himself if he doesn't steer that fucking boat to that beach. Chesty lands, goes out, saves his men, and to be clear, John wasn't there during the actual battle, but he saw all of this unfold, he heard about it, and it reinforced everything that he thought and knew in his heart, that if he wanted to be a good leader, he had to lead from the front and be willing to risk himself for his men. So all the Marines get out on Guadalcanal. The biggest objective in the war right now is defending Henderson Airfield. This is the most important stretch of land on the planet at this point in time. So John and his 11 men are set up on this ridge right outside Henderson Airfield. They have 2 foxholes, 1 machine gun team in each, and they are covering a 2,500 yard span of the Marine front line, and they absolutely cannot allow the Japanese to get past it. On October 23rd, General Hayotake, who remember feels that he has been shamed by allowing his subordinate to lose to the Americans for the first time in 2,000 years, he is willing to die to win this fight, and he sends all the men that he has directly towards the Marine Corps' front line. And hundreds of them are headed directly towards John Basilone and his 11 men. The Japanese soldiers headed towards John and his men were covered in leaves for camouflage, and there were so many of them that Basilone's men said it looked like the jungle itself was coming to eat them. And while that is horrifying, you have to remember that John and his men have 2 heavy machine guns with overlapping fields of fire and the high ground. It's going to take a literal army to uproot John and his men. John and his men start mowing down wave after wave of Japanese infantry, and they just keep coming because they are under the command of General Hayotake, and this man is willing to die to win his honor back, and he's willing to sacrifice all of his men as well. Not only are John and his men metaphorically stacking bodies, they're literally stacking bodies to the point that it actually becomes a legitimate problem. John has to get out of the foxhole.
Oh, hold on. I gotta read this. Pixie Me, thank you so much for the follow! Welcome to the Shirmy Army. I appreciate you. Are you planning on mincing me up and eating me in tacos? OMG, I found another pixie. Yay! Doggy, why you gotta bark? Hold on. I need to let my dog out. Give me 1 second. 1 second. 1 second. Dog, why do they put you in here if you're just gonna cry? Go. Hold on. 1 second. Okay, sorry about that. Yes, that was correct. They were laying all around our guns. We had to change the guns because I had mounts so low and the blank being piled there, I had to change my position in order to fire on them. Damn. Doggy! There's not many streamers named Pixie who are actually pixies. That is true. A lot of them are not pixies, but I am an actual pixie. New Zealand mentioned. I'm a bit jealous of your background date. I'm German and Norwegian with a little Irish thrown in, which means I'm whiter than a bowl of sour cream, but I'm also 100% American. Don't be jealous. You should be proud of who you are. No matter, listen, if you're white, if you're Hispanic, if you're African American, if you, whatever your race is, Asian, whatever, it doesn't matter. Like, you should be proud of who you are. You should be proud of your ancestors. Be proud that your ancestors, like, brought you. That ultimately your lineage brought you. So, no, don't ever be jealous of another person's race. Be proud of yourself. You listen, and I'm very proud to be an American overall, you know, but also I'm not going to be against you or feel angry or resentment if you're proud of the country that you're born in either. Like, even if you're British, listen, I shit on the British a lot because it's funny, but genuinely be proud of yourself and be proud for who you are. I'm proud of you for being who you are. As long as you try to be a good person, ultimately, that's all that matters. And I'm being, like, genuinely serious. Like, you should never feel ashamed for your roots, for your skin tone, for nothing. Never be ashamed of who you are. or what brought you to be where you are today. Okay, so someone wants to fuck around then. The Pacific series toned down what he did. Don't blame me when you find out. No. Footage is from the series The Pacific. Listen, when you say Bogan, I think Australian. There's not... Okay, I read that part. New Zealand and the Devil Duck. I have a little pixie streamer Discord. We are finding more. Hell yeah. I'm British. I'm not proud. Be proud. Be proud yourself, damn it. Your ancestors brought the sea to make you. Exactly. Damn. Base anti-racism day moment. Yeah, listen. You should be proud of yourself. 100% proud of yourself. They fell off, unfortunately. Used to be unthinkable they'd never lose. Yeah, no, your ancestors brought you, and you should be proud of yourself. Here in Asia, we have plenty of Asia to fight with. Fair enough. Hello, Tiny. Just finished a 40k game. How is the stream going? It's going great. How are you? I hope the game went awesome. Forgot to do this catch. Huh? Catch? One. Koi, thank you so much for the gifted sub. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I remember growing up and having no interest in rugby because I'd see all blacks and go, oh, so we win? Huh? I'm proud to be an American where at least I know I'm free. Exactly. Oh, dang. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you so much, Koi. I really, really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Listen, most Americans have more respect for you if you're proud of where you're from, even if you're not American. Exactly. Listen. I'm super proud to be American, but honestly, I would respect you more if you don't shit on the place you're from. I really do. I can genuinely respect that. Like, it shows a lot of, gusto. You know what I mean? I feel proud of my ancestry being Polish, German, and Irish, though I will say there have been many problems stemming from too much national pride. Oh, listen. Too much national pride is thinking that your country never does any wrong. If you cannot see the flaws within your own country, then yeah, there is a problem that can be done there, right? But ultimately, you should, more than anything, be proud of where you came from and enjoy the good things of it. Also, I'm not Pepper. Thank you so much for the gifted sub. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you guys so much for starting a hype train. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, no, be proud of yourself. I'm proud of you guys. I love learning about other cultures and other nations and everything like that. And it's honestly a beautiful thing. There's beauty in every culture, no matter what. We all have issues. It doesn't mean we can't be proud at the same time. Exactly. We've all of our countries, all of our nations have done bad things. And as long as you're aware of that, then be proud of where you're from. 1 minute left of the ads? Hell yeah, 1 minute left of the ads. As long as everyone knows that their country has done some fucked up shit, it's whatever. Exactly. Nobody's perfect. I gotta work it. Exactly. Funny though, none of my favorite foods are tied to my roots. I'm best with French and Italian cooking. Hey, yummy food is yummy food. Like, yeah, my ancestors were slaves in the American South. I'm proud to be American, but I am more proud to be a Marine. That one I had to work hard for. And you know what? We thank you for your service. The ad break is finishing now. Let's get back into the show. I'm proud of you too, my little crayon eater. Thank you. Damn day, coming in with the Hannah Montana in 2026, not on my bingo card. What can I say? I'm just a girl.
sacrifice all of his men as well. Not only are John and his men metaphorically stacking bodies, they're literally stacking bodies to the point that it actually becomes a legitimate problem. John has to get out of the foxhole and push over piles of dead corpses because they're beginning to obstruct the view from his machine gun positions. They fight for hours, mowing down wave after wave of enemy, and by the end of the first day, John has lost 4 men and killed who knows how many Japanese in return. On the second day, they still weren't able to get past Barcelona and his men, but they were able to punch through the Marine Corps line on John's right flank, and they surrounded John and his men. Okay, so at this point, on one hand, this is a horrible situation to be in, but on the other hand, this is exactly the type of shit Marines are into, okay? This is what they call a target-rich environment, and now that they're surrounded, the enemy doesn't have anywhere else to go but to fight them. This is exactly what they want. The only problem now is that the rest of the force is cut off from him, so he can't get any more ammunition or water for the guns, and to make things worse, he's been fighting for so long, his fucking wool socks are wet. So at this point, John's like, fuck it, I'm gonna go get the ammo myself. He takes off his boots, he takes off his wet wool socks, grabs a machete and his Colt 45 1911, and takes off through enemy lines to go get more ammunition and water for his men. John not only makes it through the enemy lines barefoot, he actually gets more ammo, more barrels, and more water for the guns, and makes it back to his men. And over the course of the next day, he does this 2 more times. John and his men continuing to fight.
Fucking shot, bro. No shot he did this. No shot. Are you dead ass? Oh, this is so fucking... is there a movie about this guy? A genuine question. Is there a movie, and where can I watch it? Bro, I had to reload the page because Twitch chat broke. Damn. We are surrounded. Now we can advance in every direction. No, this is literally them not only seeing the grass is greener on the other side, but genuinely just taking every fucking shot of it. Like, this is an opportunity. This is an opportunity. And you know what? Like, it's rather than looking at the fucking glass like it's half empty, it's like, nah, it's half full. It's half full, though. Nope, it's half full. Honestly, guys, sometimes the Lulu is the Salulu. Like, I think that is, like, the biggest superpower you could have as a person is to be absolutely delusional and just say, no, it's gonna happen. No, it's gonna happen. I'm gonna go out there, I'm gonna get more ammo, and we're gonna get right back in, and we're gonna keep fighting. Like, that is the most insane amount of delusional I have ever heard in my life. But the fact that it worked is crazy. Quotable Gnome, thank you so much for the 5 gifted subs! Thank you, thank you, thank you! Thank you so much! Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you! Thank you, thank you! Thank you so much, Quotable! Thank you, thank you, thank you! Oh my god, thank you so much! I really appreciate it. Oh my god, thank you so much. What makes the grass grow? Blood, blood, blood. I'm not sure, but have you seen Hacksaw Ridge Day? I don't know. It sounds familiar, but I don't know if I've watched it myself. No movie that I know of, but he is a main character in the Pacific miniseries from HBO. Fair enough. What was that noise? Did I just hear a noise? Where did that come from? Hold on. Oh, okay. I was like, what the fuck was that? I was so confused. The Marines did a whoa. Thank you, thank you, thank you. As thanks for that sub gifted to me. Thank you so much, Quotable. I really appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, everybody. Damn, that's crazy. That's crazy. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Good morning, Usnavi. Good morning to you. Okay. 1 second. Give me 1 second, guys. Okay, there we go. Orc goes daka daka daka. Orc goes whoa. Okay, Hacksaw Ridge is one we should watch if you like these kinds of stories. I love these kind of stories. Old Bastard's vid from the Fat Electrician tells the story of the unit in Hacksaw Ridge. Dude, I'm so excited. Dude, I want to watch more of these. I really do. This is so fucking cool. This is so fucking fun. The default for Marines is to charge and fight. If you hear a story of Marines, if the officer gets hit or lost and the Marines are pinned down, they almost always charge out to go through. That is fair. You know what? That takes a lot of fucking strength. That takes a lot of strength. I understand why they're called devil dogs now. But the shoddy bit is a key to a good DACA. What? Isn't Hacksaw Ridge the one with the medic? Is that it? Oh! If it's the medic where he refuses to pick up a gun, I have seen that one. I have seen that one, and I watched it with my family, and it made me cry so hard. We speak Orky. Oh, okay, I have seen that one. I have, and I love that story so much. It's so good. It is so freaking good. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Let us continue, shall we? Charge! Charge! That's where my yearbook quote comes from? That's a good yearbook quote, honestly.
More ammo, more barrels, and more water for the guns, and makes it back to his men. And over the course of the next day, he does this 2 more times. John and his men continuing to fight the entire time, mowing down scores of enemy soldiers. But slowly, John starts losing more and more men. First it was 4, and then 2 more, and then he's lost 8 men, and then suddenly it was down to John and just 2 others. At this point, they had to improvise new tactics. They didn't have enough men to man 2 heavy machine guns. So John became the gunner, trying to make every single last round count. And then when John ran out of ammo on one gun, he would hop over to the other gun while his 2 men reloaded and refitted that initial gun, and they would just bounce back and forth fighting as long as they possibly could. This goes on for hours, and John and his men can't keep up. John would burn through all the ammunition in one machine gun before the next gun was ready, so John had to engage the enemy in hand-to-hand combat at their foxhole to buy his men more time to get the guns up. And then that goes on for hours. John Basilone kills 38 enemy soldiers at or in his foxhole in close quarters combat, buying his men more time. And just as things are starting to look really, really dark, like this is gonna be the end dark, we're almost out of ammunition, we can't keep doing this, Chesty Puller comes through again, rallies the Marines, pushes back the Japanese forces, and restores the initial line. Over the course of the entire battle, not just John's section.
That is fucking insane, dude. Also, thank you so much for the level 3 hype train. Choo choo. Chugga 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 choo choo. Chugga 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 choo choo. Dude. Oh, this is World War II story of the Canal? Yeah. He's a Jersey legend, dude. Get the punky homies you get. Dude. As Fat Electrician said before, the officer serves as the regulator for the troops. When he goes down, all the other Marines respond by looking around and deciding, so kill everything? Dude. This is so fucking sick. Dude, America's military built different. American Marines are built different. Dude, I can't. This shit hypes me up. I can't lie. I'm so excited. I love it. I love war. I love guns. Like, obviously I don't want it to actually happen. But, like, it's so fun learning about this stuff. Like, it's so hype, bro. This is so hype. Never fuck with a U.S. soldier in his foxhole. He will protect that shit. He will. Got things to do, so I need to crash. Hopefully you do more of Fat Electrician. The man is entertaining. I absolutely will. Also, I have a movie recommendation if you're willing to do that. It's called What We Do in the Shadows. It's a vampire comedy. I will look into it. We all love Chesty Puller. This is one of the GOATs. Blood for the blood god. Skulls for the skull throne. Yeah! He did say that John said he would lead from the front regardless. Actually, that applies to most American military grunts. It's just exemplified with the Marines. Corn for the cornfields. Have you seen Band of Brothers? I don't know if I have. To be honest. Or the Pacific? I don't think I've seen the Pacific. I'm not sure.
pushes back the Japanese forces and restores the initial line. Over the course of the entire battle, not just John's section alone, the Marine Corps had managed to kill 2,500 Japanese soldiers, forcing them into a retreat. General Hayatake again had been defeated, and this time the blame laid squarely on his shoulders, and because of this, he commits... Can't say that word on YouTube. Anyways, by the time reinforcements get to Barcelona and his men, there is dead dudes absolutely everywhere. There's 38 of them in or around the foxhole. All of those kills were credited to Barcelona in close quarters combat, and his fields of fire look like the most aerodynamic mass grave you've ever seen. There was so many they quit counting after 150. For the next 18 days, the Marines launched counterattacks, chasing the retreating Japanese forces all over Guadalcanal before eventually kicking them off the island altogether. But the fight's not over yet. The Japanese are going to come back, and they're going to come back with everything they absolutely have. Off the coast of Guadalcanal is a bunch of Japanese battleships, and they are there to secure a route for more Japanese soldiers to make it onto the beach through landing craft. But this time, the U.S. Navy is going to surprise them in the middle of the night. There's this crazy battleship commander by the name of Willis Lee, aka Ching Lee, a 5-time Olympic gold medalist sharpshooter and tactical genius that has just pioneered and perfected the method of using radar to find targets for naval gunfire, giving them an unprecedented advantage at night fighting. On the night of November 14th, he engages the Japanese battleship detachment with his ship, the USS Washington, sinking their flagship, the IJN Kirishima. This forces the rest of the Japanese naval detachment to retreat, squashing any hope of Japanese reinforcements hitting the beach, effectively securing the island and turning the entire tide of the war in the Pacific.
Damn.
By January 1st, 1943, John and the rest of the 7th Marines were sent to Melbourne, Australia to recover from months of intense combat. And once the Marines get there, it turns into one gigantic party because now the people of Australia have been living under the worry that the Japanese were going to invade them next. And now they're tucking their tail and they're running from the Marine Corps and the United States Navy. The Marines are heroes to every single person in Australia. The Australians were so grateful to the Marines, it said that there wasn't a single bar or home in Australia that wasn't open to a United States Marine. And they couldn't pay for one of their own drinks even if they wanted to. For an entire month, John Barcelona is wearing his piss cutter sideways, absolutely hammered. And then one day he wakes up at like noon, probably still half drunk, feels like he's been hit by a truck, and his arm is just absolutely on fire. So he sits up out of bed, he looks over at his arm is just all bandaged up, and he has no idea why or what happened. And he's like worried that he like did something stupid, he jumped off a roof, broke his arm, something happened. He doesn't really know. Regardless of what happened or how hurt he is, he can't really do anything about it, and he's starving and he can do something about that, so he doesn't even bother to look at his arm or see what's underneath that bandage. He just staggers out of the barracks and goes to the chow hall. So he's in the chow hall getting food, and another Marine comes up to him and is like, yeah, death or dishonor, right? And John Basselin's like, what? He goes, your tattoo that you got last night. Everybody was watching and cheering. And he's like, and he looks underneath the bandage, and he's now got a gigantic tattoo on his arm that says death or dishonor. Now at this point, John is like partially relieved that he's not severely injured, but on the other hand, he's like, man, I got so hammered I got a tattoo and didn't even know it. Maybe I should tone it down just a little bit. Which works out because by this point in time, the party's kind of dying down. The Marines go into this like recovery type mode. They're kind of like out in the woods, living in barracks and tents, and they're just kind of hanging out until they get more orders. So that's fine, that's great, that's wonderful. The only annoying thing that's really going on at this point in time is in Australia, there's this fucking bird that's got the most obnoxious call on the planet, and it's called a kookaburra. Got the most obnoxious call on the planet, and it's called a kookaburra. John and the rest.
Dude, it's me! It's me reincarnated into a bird! I have a bird! OMG twins! No shit, we found Bird Day. You are an annoying bird. Fuck yeah. My favorite bird of all time. Could be worse. Could be a dick bird. Oh no. Not gonna lie, Day, you immediately reminded me of a kookaburra first time I heard you. Dude, that is so sick. I sound like a bird. Sorry to be popping in and out. I can't sleep. How's the video? It's good. Doesn't that mean that the electrician thinks Day sounds obnoxious? That's okay. I'm fine with that. Most people think I'm obnoxious. Yeah, I'm not sleeping. This is too awesome. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Instead of a hard R, you can officially name it the Kookaburra Call. Hello. Hi, song. I used to be woken up by these loud fuckers at around 5 a.m. and I actually kind of miss it. I could make an alarm for you. I could do Also, thank you, Son Goku for the freaking follow! Welcome to the Shimmy Army. I appreciate you. Welcome. Oh, it's so sick. I'm gonna hear it again. I'm sorry. No, you know what? I'm not sorry.
John and the rest of the Marines absolutely hate these birds because of how obnoxious they are, to the point that they start opening fire on the birds whenever they hear them just to get them to shut the fuck up. At which point the chain of command is like, you guys need to stop. You can't keep shooting at these tiny birds with Browning machine guns, okay? Quit it. They didn't. They kept doing it, and then whenever the chain of command asked what they were doing, they would say they thought they saw a Japanese spy just to get these birds to be quiet. This goes on for months, just hanging out in the woods, recovering, shooting at these annoying birds, and then by May, John finds out that he is going to be awarded the Medal of Honor for his
So I'm realizing the guy that thought I was, that I think is really cool, that John would not appreciate me. They don't understand my greatness. Sad moments, guys. Can I get a rip in the chat? Can I get a rest in peace today? Day, I appreciate you. You'd be dead. You came to that conclusion really slow. Yeah. Nah, I still appreciate you as an American. Rip, thank you. 07. Thank goodness Day wasn't around during that war. I'd be too strong, too powerful for them to understand. He'd pour out a drink after he shot you. I would just be fucking imitating it, and I'm accidentally catching strays and shit. I know. I'm cooked, chat. I'm cooked. We just have to bury Day in traditional military honor. Yeah. Oh, just sing to him. He would love your singing voice. Fair. Clipped. Thank you.
Just to get these birds to be quiet. This goes on for months, just hanging out in the woods, recovering, shooting at these annoying birds, and then by May, John finds out that he is going to be awarded the Medal of Honor for his actions on Guadalcanal. Initially, he is told that he's going to go back to the United States, and FDR himself is going to put the Medal of Honor around John's neck in front of his friends and family in his hometown, but John doesn't really feel like he deserves it, or he has feelings that there's other men that deserve it just as much as he does. He said, and I quote, "I just happened to be there. Anyone would have done the same in my place." And because of this, he feels like that Medal of Honor doesn't just belong to him, it also belongs to his men. So he actually opted to have the Medal of Honor ceremony in Australia on May 21st with his men present. And at this point, the Marine Corps realizes they have a unique opportunity. They've got John Basilone, this young, good-looking, 185-pound brick shithouse of a Marine that's got 19 knockouts in boxing and the Medal of Honor around his neck. And they ship him back home, and he's going to be doing war bond tours to raise money for the war. For the next month, John gets paraded around the United States with the goal of raising $15 billion in war bonds, and in less than 30 days, he raises $19 billion. And John Basilone hates absolutely every second of it. He did not want to leave his men, and he definitely does not want to get paraded around the United States giving talks and speeches. It reminds him of being in school, having to go up in front of the class, and he absolutely hates school. He just grits his teeth and bears through it, trying to do the right thing. And then eventually, after he raises all this money and the war bond tour is over, he he asks to get shipped back out to rejoin his men. He is immediately denied. He's far too valuable. They cannot have the news headlines reading that war hero, Medal of Honor recipient John Basilone dies in combat, so they make him a guard at a naval shipyard.
This is the worst.
This goes on for months and months, just John stuck inside of a guard shack, similar to that classroom that he hated as a child. And it's just eating away at him. He starts to become an alcoholic. It's just the loneliest he's ever been in his entire life, and he hates every single second of it. And then in November of 1944, he hears word that his old unit under the command of Chesty Puller is almost wiped out at the Battle of Peleliu. And this is the last straw for John Basilone. He's not going to sit in this guard shack anymore while his men are out there fighting and dying without him. He storms into General Vandergrift's office, the same man that pinned the Medal of Honor on his chest in Australia, and tells him the newspapers are going to read one of two things. They're going to read that you had to court-martial war hero John Basilone, or they're going to read that John Basilone is returning to the Pacific. You can pick which one. And then he says, and I quote, "How's it going to look if we retake Manila and Manila John isn't there? I'm staying with my boys. They need me." Within days, John is given orders to report to Camp Pendleton, where he is going to lead a machine gun platoon that's getting ready to ship out to the Pacific. But before that, he's given 3 days of leave to go back home to Raritan, New Jersey, and get his affairs in order. And while he is there, he has his third and final vision, and it is alarmingly clear to him that he is going to die in combat. Despite that, it doesn't even really faze him because he knows it's his destiny. He tells his brother that he had this vision. His brother doesn't quite believe him. He gets his affairs in order and he heads off to Camp Pendleton. While there, he meets Lena, a female Marine cook, falls in love with her, and they get married almost immediately, and they have 1 month together at Camp Pendleton.
Good relations with the Wookiees, I have.
After his month in Camp Pendleton with his new bride, he ships out to Hawaii, and he's got 4 months there to train his machine gun platoon to get ready for combat. While there, John does absolutely everything he can to get his men ready for combat. He shares everything he knows. He makes sure that they know that machine gun inside and out. When they do amphibious landings, if they're able to get that machine gun onto the beach up and running, he walks up and throws wet sand into the gun himself so that they get used to clearing malfunctions. After 4 months of training in Hawaii, they're told that they're shipping out and to board this ship, and they don't even tell them where they're going yet again. Same thing happens again. A couple days out at sea, they announce over the loudspeakers that they are going to be taking part in the invasion of Iwo Jima, which translates to Sulphur Island. This is going to be nothing like anything John has ever experienced, or any other Marine for that matter. The entire island is not covered in jungles like all the other ones.
You know what, though? One thing I will say that I really, really like about John, I like that he doesn't sugarcoat it for anyone. You know, he's not just like teaching them the bare minimum to like let them know, hey, this is how you undo the gun and all that stuff. He actively tried making the fucking gun break so that way they could figure out how to get better, so that way they had more chances of survival. Like, he wasn't selfish and like kept that type of shit to himself. He did this not because anyone was forcing him to. He did that because he wanted others to be able to protect themselves if he went down. Mind you, they gave him that time off because he was basically going somewhere he had 90% chance of not coming back. He passing all of his knowledge. Yeah, they basically gave him time to make peace with that fact. Yeah. Like, he's literally walking to his grave at this point. That's basically what it's coming down to. And that dude is base as hell. Affairs means like more, or like not like marriage affairs. Responsibility affairs, where it's like you have multiple things that you need to take care of in order to make sure that after you pass away, everything is set in stone and everyone is taken care of. I really do honor and like respect John a lot for this. Getting your stuff in order in case you don't come back. Yes, exactly. Oh, thank God. Yeah.
Which translates to Sulphur Island. This is going to be nothing like anything John has ever experienced, or any other Marine for that matter. The entire island is not covered in jungles like all the other ones. Iwo Jima is just straight volcanic ash that looks like this. The reason they need this island is because it's the only island big enough and in the right place that they're going to be able to land the new B-24 bombers on top of, and those are going to be critical in winning the rest of the war. This invasion is going to be absolutely massive. It's the biggest amphibious invasion in United States Marine Corps history. Over 800 warships, 250,000 men, and 70,000 Marines. John and his men are going to be landing on Red Beach too, and as the first wave lands on Red Beach, nothing really happens. There's a little bit of enemy sniper fire here and there, but there wasn't artillery, there wasn't mortars. They weren't opening up on them with machine guns while they were in the Higgins boats. And as soon as they get on the beach, there's nothing there either. So the Marines just kind of lay down and get low, trying to not be an easy target for a sniper. And then the second wave lands, and then the third, and then John's on the beach with his men on Red Beach too, and he looks out and just sees clustered Marines laying along this beach on volcanic ash that you can't dig into. And he has the oh fuck moment, and he realizes what's about to happen. The Japanese absolutely have every square inch of this beach sighted in with mortars and artillery, and there's pillboxes and bunkhouses off in the distance that are probably concealed and you just can't see them yet. Chuck Tatum, one of John Bassilone's men, was laying down at the time, and he said that everybody had this feeling of like, maybe this is going to be an easy day. Maybe the Japanese got scared and they fled and retreated already, and we've already won. And then he hears John Bassilone start screaming, "Get the fuck up and start moving up the beach or you're gonna die," as he literally starts kicking Marines in the ass and dragging them up by their collars and ordering them to push forward. And as soon as that happens, the Japanese open up with mortars, artillery, and the pillboxes unconceal themselves and start mowing down Marines with machine gun fire. There's nothing he can do about the mortars or artillery, but maybe John can do something about these pillboxes and the machine gun fire. There's one big Japanese bunkhouse up ahead that's mowing down Marines with its machine gun. John orders his men to get their machine guns up and start returning fire into the window holes of this bunkhouse. Once his men start laying down suppressing fire, hopefully keeping the Japanese from manning their guns effectively, John goes, he finds a demolition guy and a flamethrower, and he orders them to walk right up the machine gun's field of fire, right next to the bullets whizzing past him. It seems sketchy, but is literally the safest place to be right now. As soon as the demo man and the flamethrower almost make...
Dude, this guy is so fucking smart. Papacito, thank you so much. Thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the Shroomy Army. Thank you, Papacito Chulo. Thank you. Damn, stream froze, had to refresh. Damn. Dude, the fact that he was able to think about it, and here's the thing. I feel like a lot of people really judge you they judge your intelligence based off of how much school knowledge you get. Like they judge you based off of how much like school you've been through. And in reality, some of the smartest people I've ever met and known are people that go through life and learn from life. You know what I mean? Rather than learning from books, they learn through experience. A lot of those people that have never been really too good at school and stuff like that, those are people that tend to be some of the smartest people I've ever met. I'm glad you laughed. It means a lot to me. I got you. Thank you. Thank you for making me laugh. Yeah, book smarts doesn't really help you when you're out in the street. You know what I mean? And they were out in the trenches. You know what I mean? So it's like, that's not gonna help you here, buddy. This is pure experience. And the fact he probably saved so many lives just by telling them, get the fuck up, you know, like, I can appreciate that. It's just life's experience. He just had a lot of life's experiences. Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Sketchy, but is literally the safest place to be right now. As soon as the demo man and the flamethrower almost make it to the window on the bunkhouse, John steps over his gunner, unhooks the machine gun from the tripod, grabs it by the handle around the barrel, effectively known as a Basilone bail after this, yells at his man to grab the ammunition, and starts running up the beach as the demo man throws a satchel charge into the window and the flamethrower starts hitting all the windows with his flamethrower. John runs all the way up the beach. He runs up the hill that this bunkhouse is built into, and once he gets to the top of the hill, while holding the gun in his hands, he mows down all the Japanese running out the backside of the bunkhouse. At the top of the hill, John can see the airfield they need to take off in the distance, so he gets his machine gunner set up, gets the men that he has set up in a defensive position, and goes back down the beach to get the rest of his men, just like his mentor Chesty Puller would. He makes it back to the base of the beach, he gets all of his men, and they start making their way up the beach to secure this position. And then suddenly, John and 5 of his men are hit with a mortar, killing all of them. John Basilone is credited with saving dozens, if not hundreds of Marines with his actions on the beach that day. For this, he was nominated for a second Medal of Honor, but by this point in time, it had become common practice to never award the Medal of Honor twice. So he was posthumously awarded a Navy Cross and a Purple Heart, becoming one of the most decorated Marines of all time. And many of the Marines that he saved that day would go on to take Iwo Jima and ultimately win World War II. And that is the story of John Basilone, Manila John, the greatest machine gunner to ever live. Thank you for watching. Best way to support the channel is go buy some merch over at thefatelectrician.com. Whack bang out.
Bye.
I absolutely hate endings like that.
Me too, dude. Bye. Thank you for the video.
Give me the hand wave. Sergeant, can you tell us something about how you happened to get this medal? You must have mowed them down.
Yes, sir. I was in a good outfit with good men. I just happened to be there, and any man would have done the same in my place.
Spoken just like a Marine. Can you tell us, Sergeant, something about how you happened to get this Congressional Medal of Honor?
Yes, sir. I was in a good outfit with good men. I just happened to be there, and anyone would have done the same in my place.
Spoken just like a Marine. Sergeant, where does your old man come from?
My father comes from Naples.
Thank you, John. His wife never remarried, said why should she? She already had the best man she ever could have. That's so sad. My heart. You know, and I think this is something where we really need to come together and, like, this is where I think learning history, learning about our history is so important, because the safety and, I mean, hell, for fuck's sake, my great-grandpa, my great-grandpa was supposed to get drafted for World War II, but he didn't have to go into World War II because he was blind from one eye, so they exempted him from it. And it's just thinking, like, had they not won that, I probably wouldn't be here today. You know, had they not fought this hard, had they not given their life as unselfishly as possible, who knows what would have been the history of today's America, you know? These guys were here. These guys were heroes, every single one of them, and John is a hero, and so many of them. And honestly, a lot of respect. Don't worry, John never truly died. He's just missing in action with his brothers. The heroes of our heroes are the guys in the trenches with them. Yep. I think Letter is the Japanese perspective, Flag's the American, directed by Clint Eastwood, I think. The type of history that should never be forgotten, a story of a man doing this, being dedicated to the men he led. Absolutely. And you know, like, another thing is, like, for me at least, right? There's a type of person that I respect more so than I think anybody else. And the type of person I truly respect and have a lot of respect for is a person that is willing to give and to be unselfish to their common man, right? Not only was John fighting for himself, fighting for his family, he fought for this nation. And I think there's so much honor and beauty within people like that are willing to recklessly give up themselves in order for the common good of people. And that means a lot to me, and I hope that I can be somebody like that. Maybe not in this way, but in another way. Because I don't think I would very much last in war. I think I would get people more caught in the crossfire. I don't think I would be very, very good at it. Because at one point I really was thinking of joining the military. And I decided not to. Mainly because my mom said if I ever joined the military, she would also enlist in the military and fight alongside me. And she was like, I swear to God, I'll do it. I remember that. And I don't know. I really hope that there's something that I can do where I can give to others. I want to continue to give to others, and I want, like, I'm the type of person where I'm like, oh, I hate people, right? I don't actually, I very much love people, and if ever given the opportunity of where I had to give up more of myself for others, I 100% would take the opportunity. I kind of had the same mentality when I joined up. It wasn't about fighting a war or fighting for glory. It came down to fighting and protecting my brothers that was on my left and on my right. Exactly. Thank you, Dead9660, for the follow! Welcome to the Shroomy Army. I appreciate you. I think there are so many... There's a lot of... Like, I think this is one thing that, like, truly irks my buttons, like, genuinely, that a lot of people, and I've seen a lot of people over the past few years, especially in my generation, that really shit on people in the military, or shit on people that are trying their best to defend us, and I'm like, you don't understand. Yanji, thank you so much for the follow! Welcome to the Shrimmy Army, I appreciate you. But they don't, like, understand the amount of selflessness that goes into going into the military. Like, yes, some people have no other choice to join the military. You know, understandable. But there are a lot of people that make the choice, that are willing to give up their lives to protect others. There are heroes on a daily basis that we don't hear about. And it's a big reason why I could never, ever, ever be the type of person to ever hate on the military. Hey, as a U.S. Marine, you are spreading happiness and joy and probably have already done more for people than I did. I guess that is my goal with content creation. And thank you. I appreciate that, and thank you for your service. I want to spread joy and I want to spread happiness to a lot of people, because even growing up, like, I was in a lot of, like, roleplay servers, like fantasy roleplay servers growing up, and a lot of people that are into, like, roleplay and stuff like that tend to be a lot of people that are in the military, a lot of Marines, a lot of Navy, a lot of Army, and everything in between, because they're trying to escape their reality. And I want to help try to be a place where people feel like they could come here and have a good time and genuinely be appreciated. I want every shroomy here to always feel appreciated for who they are, to never be ashamed of who they are, and to truly feel accepted. You know what I mean? You bring me peace, Pixie, even if you're yelling. Thank you. Hating on the military always seemed like the most entitled and spoiled take to me. It's just disgusting to hate on the people who sacrifice themselves to protect your home. Exactly. Like, no matter what country you're in, ultimately the people that are in your military are giving up their lives in order to try to protect you and your home. You know? Spreading happiness and giving smiles is better than anything else. And I hope to make you guys smile every single day. Every single freaking day. Now, unfortunately, I must leave you guys here today. I know I said I was going to try and stream 6 hours, but ultimately, I do have some things to take care of and some things to attend to. So, thank you guys. Thank you guys so much for being here with me today. Thank you guys so much for spending time with me. I hope you guys had a good time. We're definitely going to be watching The Fat Electrician a lot more on this channel. I know you guys really enjoy him. I know I really enjoy him. I really like learning about history and stuff like that. So I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your night. I'm sorry I started so late. We will be starting on time again at 6 p.m. Monday. But thank you guys so much. My take on people who hate the military is that they probably think we are going to just deploy and go kill people. Yeah, and that's not the point of it. The point of the military is to protect, defend, and secure, you know? Amazing and awesome stream as always, my tiny little pixie. Thank you for your hard work today. Get some good rest. Thank you. You guys too. I probably will be staying up all night, honestly, to try and fix my sleep schedule and then be going to sleep really early tomorrow. So I might do a community day, like instead of a community night, a community day in the daytime tomorrow, so that way you guys can help me stay awake, because I might need that. So you guys be prepared for that. It'll probably be like midday for me. But thank you guys so much. Thank you for everybody being here, and I will see you guys Monday. So YouTube, I'm gonna say goodbye to you first, and then Twitch, if you guys could stick around for a raid, I would greatly appreciate it. Thank you for being here. Bye YouTube. Bye.